everybody, and welcome back to Wednesday Covenant Live, colloquially known for some of you out there as Ashes Wednesday, where we've got Ashes Reborn, soon to be Ashes Ascendancy on the table. Previously, Ashes Rise of the Phoenixborn, a thrilling story indeed. What has happened today is that the Kickstarter for Ashes Ascendancy is now live. At this exact moment, I was just actually watching the very nice video that they produced on the Kickstarter page.
I like seeing Isaac again.
Yeah, so
I haven't
good,
seen his
right?
face in a minute, yeah. And Nick and Colby, of course, looking great.
Just speaking of the game, well, shot looks good, very good. They always do it a little bit differently and just take a different angle on the way to do these kinds of even Kickstarters. The beginning of that Kickstarter page, John, you want to pull that up?
Yeah, let me pull it up.
The beginning of the Kickstarter page is like it's so plaid hat because it's like, hey, we got you covered. If you're a new player, go here. If you're a veteran, go here. Yeah. It's just like it's very calm.
Oh, hey, look at this. Hold on.
Which I like.
All right. So pledge goal 50,000. They're at basically 18,000. 11 minutes in.
Nice, 120 folks. Well in,
diving in. I didn't even realize that was a video.
Yeah, I haven't clicked on that one either.
I'm nervous.
It could be the same video.
Yeah, who knows?
So anyway, if you don't know, by the way, Ashes Ascendancy. So Ashes is a long-running LCG expandable competitive card game. It's going to be 10 years in August since it first hit.
Yeah, Gen Con 2015.
We've been involved basically the whole time. And then you were telling us this morning, 4 years ago, we sent out the first shipment of Ashes Reborn to subscribers.
So Ashes came out in 2015. And then long history there. But in 2020, we partnered with Plaid Hat to launch the PDP subscription. Mm-hmm. And the first release of that subscription was the Ashes Reborn, I want to say conversion kit, but there was a name for it. Was it called conversion kit?
Yeah, Reborn.
Anyways,
it was 1.5 for a second, and then it became...
It was a single brick of cards that replaced all the cards that were being updated to the kind of 1.5 edition rules. And it was literally 4 years ago, I think it was on Sunday, that we received and shipped that out to subscribers for the first time. That kind of kicked off the Ashes Reborn era, which will finish middle of this year. Next week, the Flood of Moon Cove, this box is releasing.
That's the 6th of the 7 Reborn releases.
And this is where the Red Rains is where they introduced the co-op and solo mode. So there's one more of these coming later, which we'll talk about in a minute. But after that is when Ashes Ascendancy officially begins.
Yeah.
And that's a new starter set. That's the primary item being offered on this campaign. That includes 2 player decks and a Dragonborn is the appropriate name of this.
And we are playing these bad boys today.
These are the decks from the starter.
1v1. Yeah.
But that single starter includes solo, co-op, and head-to-head / PvP. Yeah. Mode. Anyways, that's the campaign launching today. I love this starter set because Ashes is a game that got slowly more complicated to get into.
Yeah.
And
like all LCGs.
Yeah. It started out, didn't have co-op solo. And so you have the original core set that then went out of print and people couldn't get. It's a whole thing. But on top of this, they're doing a crazy technological innovation, which we can get into later. But you can essentially build a deck on their deck builder, hit a button, and buy that deck. It gets printed and shipped to you.
That deck. Jonathan, let's just go to the top. Let's just run through this together.
Oh.
Let's be...
I can be...
There's entire channels that this is all that they do.
Let's just critique their Kickstarter.
Ashes Ascendancy starter set there in the classic font we've all come to know and love. And get to watch Jonathan interact with the internet. Yes, 20,000. Very good. Still more to go. Classic 1 to 2 players, 14 plus, 30-60 minutes. Comes with 25 dice in it. Now that's interesting.
Well, 2 player decks, 10 dice each, and probably 5 for the
20 and then 5 for the Dragonborn. Nailed it. Over 100 cards. 2 player decks, Dragonborn deck. You got it.
Yeah, you can see it right there. There it is.
There's everything in the new starter set. Mm-hmm. So that's good to see. And it's the 10-year anniversary. So 10 years in August, you said, was theirs. Nice little logo work on that. So then we have what's my experience level. If you're brand new, or if you're returning but you haven't been playing, so if you played Rise of the Phoenixborn or whatever you played a little while ago, basically start with the introduction to Ashes. Okay, get a high level information, print on demand, all that kind of stuff. If you're a veteran Ashes player, which I imagine many of you watching right now are,
I'm guessing those first 10-minute backers are
they're not the brand new crew.
Yeah.
Welcome back, old friends. So you can just look at what's in the starter set, and basically the long and short of this is just back for the starter set and maybe some deluxe goodies. All right, so then we got the introduction. We won't, you can do it.
Pictures. Whoever took the pictures.
Yeah, good looking pictures, all right.
Yeah, good job.
You got the camera there.
It's
Probably got a good lens on that back.
They took out the background. This is I like it.
Bokeh.
I like
a little book car.
This is the video we're watching beforehand. It's really nice.
I was watching that. I mean, if you can't sell a video with Nick smiling on the thumbnail, then
it's like, do you want to be this happy?
Go on home.
Buy this good,
Look,
please.
I will bet you anything. When Nick Conley is in a 1v1 head-to-head match, finals, top 8, whatever, he does not look like that. I'll bet the man is stone cold. If I know
he's
anything,
a killer, eh?
He's stone cold. All right, so then we see what does Ashes do differently. So if you are new and if you are kind of curious about what are we talking about because you're a sorcery player, you're a flesh and blood player, whatever. First 5, so you pick the first 5 cards that you start with right out of your deck before the game begins. That alone would change. Insane. That would be a totally different card game if you changed nothing else. If you had mana and land and Magic the Gathering and tapping and all of that, but you just chose your opening hand, you can imagine how different that game would be. No mana ramp. So you start with 10 resources, you end with 10 resources, you have 10 resources the whole game. Those are your 10 dice. No blind purchase, so it's a living card game, expandable card game format. You buy the thing, you get a play set of everything, and you're done. No silver bullets. Now, I don't know if that's true. I mean, every card game is effectively a degree of silver bullets.
We're going to read the paragraph. Ashes isn't a game where a lucky card draw can deliver a 1-2 punch that knocks out your opponent in one go. To win, you'll need to design a clever offense and smartly circumvent your enemy's defense.
Yeah, and then just play the golden, put the golden goal on their head and win the game.
It's gone.
I think
it was gone, yeah. It's a golden bullet.
One thing that's really interesting about Ashes, that first 5, on the one hand, you would think, oh man, you could do really crazy combos.
Right.
Because you can get what you want every time. Mm-hmm. But also because your opponent can get what they want, generally, if there's really not crazy combos like in a lot of games, you know?
Yeah.
But
like Exodia.
Because they can also get what they want, strategies that could be shut down by a single card really just aren't feasible.
There's got to be surely like a silver bullet that shuts down like the Silver Snake. I'll tell you what there is that one card that doubles. There was something you're doing with the Silver Snake that totally was wrecking the
Rhinos, Iron Rhinos.
Oh no, well yeah, everything wrecks Iron Rhinos.
You remember that stream series? Come on.
The other one, the not the Dragonborn, but the other one, the Red Rains.
Oh yeah.
There was something the snake was doing that was just like he's just eating everything and became a monster. Anyway, that's not important. It's not a silver bullet. It's the computer you're playing against. Nobody cares. A rich game world. The first time we've seen a map of Ashes. And you're a map person.
I feel like I've seen this before.
I haven't seen this before.
It's not something that's prominent anywhere though.
Why not? You know, like roll it up.
Yeah. Well, I do think introducing co-op and solo mode, kind of this more campaigny style, I feel like the map could play a role there.
Like if you could move around on it. If you can move around on a map, that's it. And you get $100 out of me. I don't buy anything.
Hold on, let me launch my Kickstarter campaign.
If there's an Ashes thing where you're a Phoenix born, you start in your home territory, and then you have to clash
the map
with
is
all
new.
these other.
Yeah. Maybe they're going to use it in fun and exciting ways.
Yes.
Since we're here, would you add to this list and say probably the best 1v1 card battler that's also one of the best PvE? Like they made the transition in a way that is really notable.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'd say that. Are you top down for a particular kind of reason?
Oh, I just pressed the wrong button.
I thought it was because that's how he could show his face.
We're supposed to talk with the little puppets here.
Yeah. Let's do a little character play.
It really is. And they have a PvE and a PvP on this Kickstarter. But if you're just showing up.
I mean, a singular box, you get one of the best 1v1 experiences straight up. And it's in the same pocket as all of the Fantasy Flight LCGs are. So you get the fixed rarity 1v1 card game, great mechanics, well thought out, very fun to play. And then you also in the same starter set in that same box get one of the best PvE modes, but like bar none. As far as like PvE battle of the enemy, kind of the Marvel Champion style, where we have a challenge in front of us and we're trying to attack it and whittle it down.
And that's before we've even experienced the Dragonborn.
Same box. Yeah, we don't even know how the Dragonborn functions.
And
I assume it's similar, right? I mean, I can't assume that. Nick is kind of a wild man.
I think it's similar.
And I
can say no more.
Isn't Isaac involved in some of the new stuff too?
I don't know where those lines got drawn. I know Nick's name is on the box.
Maybe it's in the Kickstarter. Can we read more?
Sure can.
All right, so we got a rich game world. We've got a map now. It's got a lot of ocean. Love that.
Apparently it is new, by the way. Someone in the chat talking about it.
You suppose the world is flat in our game?
And Tim knows.
I mean, who's to say?
It's got a border.
It could also be a map created by
border.
someone in the universe who sort of like maps from 1,000 years ago, or it's just wrong.
I just wonder if you could go kind of west from the fork
And
there
loop around.
and come around, because that would certainly tie things together. I want to learn how to play Ashes? Of course you do. Download the most current rule book here, and then also your friends over at teamcovenant.com, youtube.com/teamcovenant have about 7,000 hours of Ashes being played in a fever dream called COVID-19. Then we have the starter set. Now, I'm curious. I actually don't know how much this is.
Let's see. I can do that. I can do it.
Just keep scrolling. Keep scrolling down.
Keep scrolling.
Ooh,
50. Come on.
$50. They're paying you to take it.
What is that?
In fact, if you invest in enough copies of it, you
$50.
If you get 2 friends to do it, and they get 2 friends to do it, your starter set will go to the moon.
Shannon and I went out to like a normal dinner. Like, it wasn't fancy. We weren't dressed up. There were no tablecloths, that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. It was more than $50 a person.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
and I only ate
more
once.
These days. We were talking about it this morning over coffee. It was like, McDonald's costs $50 if you're not careful.
I know.
Wait a second.
That's a couple of Big Macs right there in the starter set.
It's the $10 menu now instead of the $1 menu.
So imagine the kind of things you could accomplish with one $50 box that you can play for the rest of your life. I mean, I think that's... The value prop on that is probably higher than like a roast beef sandwich.
This is cool. Nick saying Isaac supported us with art direction on the Dragonborn Scatha, as well as lore consultation as we build out the world for this new chapter. Okay. And Isaac was the original creator designer of all this. But yeah, so in that single box, you get 2 player decks and a Dragonborn, so you can play solo, co-op, and against each other with those decks, which is really
crazy.
Cool. Brilliant entry point, and this could be just an evergreen thing for the next 20 years too.
Yeah.
Joseph's got the right idea. That's the right idea.
Yeah, Joseph, nailed it. Although in your profile picture, it does appear that you are eating. So
that's the last time.
It's the last one. He captured his final meal. His next profile photo is just him eating a board game. Okay, now we have 2 new magic types.
Scroll down the middle.
2 new magic types.
Yeah, so we have the Artifice magic.
Hold on, I can do this.
Even better. Jonathan's gonna pop. He's popping on pops.
Popping like it's.
He's got pops on pops.
All I know is I see a little owl down there. Okay, so Artifice magic. See, it's got the gear in the middle and the bumblebee at the top. Which I like. I like that combination of things.
Side action: put the bee on a card that you control, and then cards with the bee on them are considered to be charged
once for each Artifice die on it.
So you charge your cards, and it doesn't do anything naturally.
You want a little sneak peek?
Well, hold on. I think this is notable because this is the first magic type that does nothing of itself. It achieves no end. Everything else, -1 power. You get to flip some stuff around. You get
does the thing immediately. Yeah.
Nature die, the most broken die in the game. What does charge do? What, you have like the preview?
I mean, we're gonna.
Is that in your deck? John, he's cooking over there. Oh, Thunderhawk! Wow. What does that look like? That's the
Big Hero 6.
Yes, thank you.
Wow. Never seen it, but that's what it looks like.
Dormant.
Dormant.
Dormant would be a heck of an ability. It's got the lion right in there on our grid.
Yeah.
Dormant cannot attack unless it's charged.
All right.
Overkill 1 destroys a unit. Deal 1 of the attacking Phoenix for 3/3. That better be cheap to deploy, boy.
So it just has to get charged to do anything.
So it seems like the artificers, if you will, are going to put out undercosted things, but then have to charge them to use them.
Yeah.
If I were guessing.
Which I like. I like the idea of these like machines or creatures that have to be fueled up with magic to do anything.
Now, this is a particular kind of player that's going to like this.
Jonathan.
And Jonathan is the name of that player.
Yeah.
And it's going to be the hardest thing in this game to balance. Easily. Because trying to understand where the value of a card fits in when it has to be charged to be doing anything is very, very hard to do.
Yeah,
so
there's going to be ways to break this out. Okay, so then we also have the Astral Magic, which gets me amped.
Zach
First of all,
both space people.
There's an owl is the creature.
Yeah, Larry King.
And it looks kind of to me like a moon, sun, eclipse.
I do believe that's an astral body
vibe, you know?
Yeah, kind of the moon and the...
Anyway, so side action, spend Larry King, and then you place this die on a unit or Phoenix Born you control. When a card with an astral die on it is dealt damage, exhaust this die to prevent 1 damage from being received. So it's just shielding.
It's just anti-nature.
Yeah. And
the owl... Oh my gosh, the owl counters the frog.
Yeah.
Just like in real life.
Just...
The owls eat frogs, don't they? I think they do eat frogs.
We have those trees out in the my backyard.
Yeah, trees.
It's like all the line. It's like a tree line. Is that what we call it? Tree line?
Row of trees?
Just like a big row of those evergreen trees along. Anyways.
Yeah.
There's at least one owl that lives back there.
Woo-hoo.
Yeah. At the middle of the night, it'll just start making that sound. I love it.
It's cool.
Yeah.
It's a good sound.
Luck. Yeah.
Well, it depends on who you ask.
Well, ask me. It's good luck. Anywho, birds are always broken. I agree with this. So watch out.
Ashes loves birds. All right, now what else we got? We got Skatha Kalani, which is a dragonborn.
Dragonborn. We don't.
Oh, look at those dragon dice, man.
Yeah. There's a crown and a dragon.
Oh, that looks really cool.
We
don't have this.
This is a question mark. No. There's nothing in our database for this.
Wait, can we not read that? Can you read Skatha Kalani on the screen?
Let's see.
It says Dragon's Wrath something.
Look at that.
Okay.
Whoa, we have Zoom technology. Okay, I'll do this. I got it, dude. At the start of the Dragonborn's turn, remove one status token from this card. If you do, deal 1 damage to the opposing player's target leftmost unit or their target Phoenixborn if they control no units. Threat 5, 30, 1-player mode.
That's all we know.
Aegis Feathers. Aegis Feathers.
Okay, we know a little bit more.
When this unit is destroyed, remove all wound and exhaust tokens from something on the battlefield.
Dang.
The real one, you got the dragon dice here, but over to the right is the behavior card. I remember this is where we previously had the D82.
Yeah.
But now there's only 3 options, it looks like.
And they're just going to roll the same die that you roll as a normal.
Mm-hmm.
That seems better.
Nah.
You think the D12 is gone?
Doesn't seem
Gotta
like there's
be.
a D12 on the box.
It's right there. It's 25 dice right there. That's so much more clever, though, to keep it in the same context of they probably roll those 5 at the beginning of the turn, and the behavior is remove X.
Yeah. It even says 3 ready spell cards, so I wonder if it's going to behave even a little more like the Phoenixborn, where there's ready spells out, and then it uses those ready spells over time.
It is. Yeah,
it looks like the same board, though. And then what's that threat token over on the right? So it was Red Rain's tokens. I think those are seemingly being upgraded to threat tokens there on the right. 5
threat tokens. Looks like you get 5 of them, and they build to a big circle.
And they got a +1 on them. So +1
yeah, dude. It's an improved board.
And then looks like we got the standard Ashes cardboard there. Keep rolling down for me, Johnny boy.
Tokens. Steven will crack that board right in half.
Dude, I'm gonna.
Yeah, watch out.
As it gets here.
Hide your boards. Hide your wife. Quick start rules, etc.
Reference cards. Love seeing that. What a lovely picture.
I like the plaid coffee cup.
I know. And an orange.
Yeah.
How in the world did they get that card to stand up like that on the edge? They probably had to try it 1,000 times.
Magic. It's just magic. That's that astro magic.
Okay. Starter set. That gives you the starter set.
These are your 3 basic tiers.
Then we have
starter set, new player, all that.
Then we have so new players are going to want the starter set, and old players are going to want the starter set.
Yeah, because it's worth being very, very clear. We've said this a few times, but our subscription will not be serving the starter set.
No,
you have to do the campaign or buy it from Podhead directly to get that, or retail distribution, etc. This is shipping next week to anyone that's already been charged. There's 1 more Red Rains coming, and it's going to come with an alt-art exclusive card to thank all the subscribers for making Ashes Reborn happen for 5 years.
5 years?
Well, 5 years from when we launched, but anyways. And then after that, the subscription will continue, and it will serve the Ashes Ascendancy expansions, not the core set.
Not the starter set.
So, just...
So I'm
going to say it every chance I get.
The real big brain move here is buy the starter set. If you're brand new, buy the starter set, start the Covenant subscription, get the 7th Red Rains with the exclusive promo, and then be set for all of your expansions for Ascendancy moving forward. That's a big brain move.
That sounds.
And then if you're an existing player, you got your subscription already. That means you just back for the starter set, and then you get all the expansions, and you get the 7th.
Now there's other stuff going on here in this campaign.
All right, let's take a look. What else is going on?
Let's not conclude how she behaved yet.
New Player Plus. This reward tier is perfect if the player wants options. It's the starter set along with 10 of each of the existing Magic dice types. So all of the dice.
In a single spot. You previously had to buy a starter.
You had to buy insane
2 deluxe expansions to get all the dice. Then you had to buy Red Rains to play the co-op solo. So it's complicated. 7
decks that will enhance your library with the 7 Magic types, with the 7 Phoenixborn known for wielding them. So basically you get the starter set, which has the 2 new Artifice and Astral, and then you get 7 decks and 70 dice.
Yeah.
And 7 Phoenixborn each with each of those decks. Mm-hmm. And they're all probably single Magic type decks, I would guess.
If you're going to go past just the starter, that's this is obviously the
That's
place.
fantastic.
Like you get all the dice, and you get a deck for each of the dice colors, and that's a great start.
How do you get the dice after the Kickstarter? They just sell them on the website, probably?
Well,
should I keep reading?
Yeah, probably keep reading.
Okay.
But I do know it's sort of like if you were a new player, one method, and I think they have it on here where you can get everything, all the previously made anything.
Is
but
that the all-in?
With their new technology, you can also just get started as long as you have the dice and go buy individual decks when you want the cards. You don't have to buy 10 years worth of releases.
All in. We see you there.
Mason's saying 10K away from goal, so they're already at 40 out of 50.
The all-in reward tier is for the player who likes throwing themselves. You want every single thing ever produced for Ashes Reborn. We'll get your snorkel and jump in, because this tier offers you the new starter set and everything else at a substantial savings. So this would be literally, I want the entirety of Ashes plus the new Ascendancy starter set.
Yeah, and they'll show up visually down the page if we get down
all
to
the dice, all the Phoenix Born, all the cards.
Yeah, so
video, look at Colby.
Look
Wait,
at
is that a different video?
It is a different video. It's like a...
Oh my gosh.
You know.
They've covered Colby's smile with a YouTube icon.
Unlike Nick. Tokens.
You too can have your mouth covered with a YouTube icon.
Look at these. Hold the
Crushing
phone.
It, man. Looking
Premium
so good.
acrylic tokens.
Nice.
Total copycats. We already did that, boys.
Wait a second.
We already did that.
We make... Anyways, I digress. But look at the thread tokens. Ours don't have the thread tokens. Also, ours aren't... I don't know.
Are they paint-filled? Yeah, they look paint-filled.
They look paint-filled.
Yeah. Those are paint-filled. Those are paint-filled.
Everybody figured it out. That's why we stopped doing it, because y'all figured it out. Nobody was doing this before, and then they all figured it out.
Yeah.
It's like, well, that's boring.
Can you believe they were selling tokens that weren't paint-filled back in the day?
I can.
Yeah.
Some people
that
still are
was
selling
a decade ago.
Yeah.
Man, you remember Laco?
Oh, yeah, I remember
Let's
Laco.
Go.
I bet they're still around.
Yeah, hey, look at this. Premium storage box. This is literally can fit the entire Ashes collection in it.
No, it can't.
Yeah.
Forever?
Currently. Forever.
But like the first expansion breaks it? Or like is there...
I don't know exactly.
Well,
I'd have to read.
Hold on. Okay, hold on. We got beautiful premium acrylic tokens. Replace the cardboard. Okay, so those are your good tokens. How much is the token upgrade?
Token upgrade.
How much are they charging for tokens?
Unsure. I don't know how to...
Yeah, keep going. Keep going.
It's in the add-on section. I don't know.
We'll get the
it's at the bottom.
Hold on,
oh my gosh. Is this what it's like?
Yeah. So you demanded it, so we produced it. Ash's big box storage solution, multi-tier solutions can hold up to 3,000 sleeved cards.
Whoa.
So its storage walls are ideal for play mats. Also ideal for mats.
Yeah.
2 plastic trays for dice and tokens, foam blocks, and 50 divider cards. Make you wonder how you ever live without it. Frankly, we shudder just thinking about it. Oh, and did we mention the box will be gold? Gold foiled. What?
Did something die?
No, Zach said.
Oh, I heard a noise over there. Like, it clicked off.
I don't know what gold foiled means, but I like it.
Be gold foiled? Like the cover?
I guess so.
It's probably the cover.
Gilded, as some would say.
Look on this side. You can kind of see it on the side here.
Now, wait just a minute. Okay, so that's just a normal sized box? Or is it a double decker?
It looks double deckered. That looks giant. I think this stuff is on the bottom row, on the left, like the foam that holds the tokens in your deck and all that kind of stuff.
So it's a chunker. How many Ashes cards are there?
We'll find out in a second, actually.
Wow. That came prepared.
Because you wouldn't sleeve your whole collection. You would, because you're an absolute madman.
Depends on how much I play the thing. Past reviews. You scroll down to my quote real quick. Wait a second.
You got cut.
Are you kidding me? What are we, chopped liver?
The shade.
10 years of support can't even get on the Kickstarter page. Can you believe that?
Oh, man.
Well, they know they get it
Love
for
you, Plaid
free.
Hat. Yeah, we're going to do it either way. Just a starter set. So it says $50, but a $60 value. So that makes me wonder if the retail price is going to be $60.
MSRP would be $60, and this starter set will be in the distribution standard pipeline, I believe even internationally. I don't know that for I assume.
Yeah. Crazily enough, people always got this wrong to a degree. Because we did with PDP, the way it worked is if enough people were signed up, Plaid Hat would keep making Ashes. And in the US, we had an exclusivity window where you couldn't get it outside of that system or through us for a certain period of time. But internationally, that was like never the case.
Yeah.
And it was actually distributed internationally in a lot of different countries. But international distribution for an indie card game is, especially a non-collectible indie card game, insanely hard to actually make happen.
I mean, Plaid Hat has a huge advantage there just because they deal in board games so much that they already have those relationships.
But that's also part of the appeal of the order a deck situation, because you don't necessarily need to constantly be getting every SKU if you're in like kind of an obscure country for this that is hard to get to. but you can occasionally come in and buy a couple of decks and have them shipped your direction. I think everything they're doing here makes this game so much more accessible to so many more people, which is really cool.
And I think that's why they set out to do it, right?
Yeah.
All right, can we get back to Kickstarter?
Yep.
Currently 1,700 cards before this release.
But is that play sets or 1,700 unique cards?
I think that's total cards.
Total cards.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, so it can expand twice as big.
Because it makes sense. So I have...
and if they're not sleeved, you can probably fit 6,000 in that
Speaking
bag.
of premium storage solutions.
Oh, well, they don't have a bulk box, though, do they?
This is my Ashes bulk box, and I've got a whole row committed to just dice right now. I got sleeve decks and stuff.
I don't like that some of them are sleeved and some of them
there's still
aren't.
plenty of room in my box.
Yeah.
And this can hold 3,800 unsleeved cards.
And you can stand on it.
Zach's hoarding all of those cardboard dividers.
You can stand on it,
Did you
too.
see that?
Man, I bought a lot of bulk boxes. You too can get a bunch of dividers. You just have to keep buying the boxes, baby.
All right, back to the Kickstarter. Let's finish this thing out because I would like to see for myself.
All the new stuff.
Okay, so this is the starter, the storage box, and the tokens.
Okay,
That's where you wanna go.
That's the majority of veteran players are going to do 120 bucks.
Because you want. Then look at the gold.
You're not going to not get the storage box. Strictly, you're not.
I tend to agree.
You're going to get the storage box. Our bulk box sales are going to plummet.
It's over.
After this.
It's over.
We should start gilding the bulk boxes.
I'm into that, yeah.
We need to gild more things.
But we need recycled gold.
Recycled gold and recycled white box, which I think is very difficult.
We could start.
It's plasticked.
We could start up we buy gold.
We buy gold.
We buy gold.
And if you get your friend to buy the gold,
that gold and to gild the boxes.
I've heard gold is as high as it's ever been. Great sign. All the new stuff, 120 bucks. Okay, new players. So, there they are.
Okay, so this is cool because it's showing you the Phoenix Born that you would get, and Brennan's in there, so I'm in.
You've got
and Odette. These are some of my favorites.
Yeah, it's all the. And you've got them all. You got Ren. You got everybody you want.
Yeah.
All the 7 dice types, 10 of each dice, 7 decks that use those magic types. And then the starter set, that's fantastic for new plus players.
If you're just getting Ashes, this is a gold mine. This is crazy.
You also got to get the freaking storage box, though.
Yeah.
Don't buy this and not get the storage box.
Well, keep scrolling down. I'm sure we'll find it.
It's not possible.
Oh, no.
Oh, my
Here we go.
gosh.
This is what you're looking for.
So
it says 1,700 right there. We could have just scrolled.
You can spend what one TCG release would cost you. Yeah, on a good day.
I mean, let's be honest.
And get a decade of stuff, plus premium tokens, plus premium box.
I think I spent 500 on beta.
Sorcery.
I definitely did. And Alpha,
this is
Arthur and Legends.
I didn't even get a storage box. I still had to buy the bulk box.
I'm going to be honest, as a TCG... What's a kind word? As a TCG player...
You mean
myself.
What's a synonym for degenerate that's positive?
Yeah. As a TCG player, this is like a fragment of cost for 10 years of releases, all the dice, premium tokens, and the box.
Yeah.
Would you? I'm not doing a marketing thing here. But
Heaven
honestly,
forbid, Jonathan. That's not what we're.
Would you say
we've never marketed in our lives?
It's not marketing because we're not selling anything.
That's true. You could easily play this $500 thing for the next 10 years, really without repeats.
I think you could play it forever.
I think the $175 thing you can play forever.
You can play the $50 box forever.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
Tabletop
a
games is crazy.
amount of
That's
stuff.
just insanity.
I mean, I guess people have been playing it for
for
5
10,
years.
yeah.
For this.
Also,
This-
this will blow your mind. You can play chess for thousands of years.
And go.
The same board.
Yeah.
And go.
I love this. It says all prepackaged in the Ashes big box. So I think if you buy this, it literally just shows up packaged for you in the thing.
If this was available when Zach was converting his collection to Reborn, he would have stopped and just bought it for $500. Just for the organization.
I cannot tell you how quickly I would have smashed that buy button. And if I hadn't hit it before I started, I got halfway through that. If this had been a purchasable item, it would have been stop the stream, I'm buying this, and I will just see you in 2 days.
This is a very tantalizing thing to buy. You know what? That storage box is almost worth $200. Maybe $300 to my brain.
Yeah, I think it says $500 but $850 value. They should have put like $22,000 value.
That storage box
is
honestly
legit. Yeah, it's good.
Honestly, that's probably the most tantalizing thing that I'm staring at.
Yeah, it's so good.
It's got that logo on it. It's got the gold. It's big.
It also
functional.
If we're at 1,700 cards now, a decade in, and there was a couple years where nothing was coming out, so hit or miss. I'm guessing even if you bought everything moving forward, you've still got another 5 years in that one box.
Maybe even 10.
Yeah. Anywho.
Ashes seemingly is going to go forever. It's going to be passed down to the kids of Plaid.
Yeah, it'll just keep being reborn.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Keep on listening. Now here's your add-ons.
Okay, here we go.
We have Ashes Retirement Home is the
All
next
right,
expansion.
$60 for the big box.
Yeah. That is so unfair. They need to stop making anything else and start making boxes. Because that for $60 is it. Every board gamer on Earth would do that for their game.
Yeah, this is also way underpriced.
Dude,
for the value. That's crazy.
Put a logo, put a Sorcery logo on that bad boy and sell $100 every set. Mm-hmm. Guys, let's work together. Let's go. We gotta talk to the box
She was
people.
like, hey, I'll spin this LLC up right now.
Even the Gun Night folks need a little help too, because they put those dividers in the core set that actually don't do anything.
Well, they're fixing that.
Yeah.
That was just a...
Here's how you fix it.
Yeah. Okay, so starter set 50, tokens 20. You can get dice packs of the dice, $5 for 5 dice.
$5.
You can also add any specific expansion. Scroll back up for a second, Jonathan. For $15 each.
Yeah, 15.
Scroll down.
So $10 for 10 dice.
Mm-hmm.
What are they making their dice out of? How is that possible? I mean, a Destiny pack was like $8, and they had one die in it.
I don't know, man. That was the randomization collation thing anyway. Uh-huh. And they're printing like color images on the dice, so it's a different thing. Corpse of Eros is the first Red Rains co-op solo mode, and it gave you the things you needed to play the rest of the Red Rains. So it's 40, but the rest of them are 30. So you can come in and just grab those as you wish. If you missed
one release or anything, you cancel your subscription because you hate Ashes and us.
And I believe they said somewhere, and I could be wrong on this, that they're essentially printing all this stuff as part of this campaign, and then because of the system where you can go get whatever you want in the past, they're not going to reprint it in this way, and so the print on demand will be available to you, but of course that's like a slightly different card texture quality, etc. So this is the chance. This is a chance to go back and get all the things.
To get it all. It's talking to you, Andrew.
All right, now scroll down.
Andrew wants to get like 8 play sets of everything for some reason, so this is your chance to do that.
Okay. I'm leaving this up for just a second because this does not include the last Red Rains release, not purchased.
That's not here yet.
Yeah, it's not here. You have to get that.
You gotta get on that subscription.
The finale of the BDP.
It's a secret avenue.
Yeah.
You got to get on teamcovenant.com, click on the Ashes logo, or go to the nav bar and click Ashes.
Sign up.
Sign up for the subscription. Next charge is going to be the unknown name. We don't know the name of it, but we have the little logo and the little card that says there's going to be an exclusive promo with it, which is very cool. Okay, Eric's saying something that I didn't know, and do we know if this is true? Print on demand prices around 35 to 40 cents per card when you buy 50 to 70.
Yeah, I saw there was a link posted on our Discord just a little right before we went live, because the website went live where you could buy decks. And there were a couple of things on there. One was the pricing, and you can essentially there's 2 ranges of quantities of cards you can buy these decks in. And 30 card decks are normal. However, with your conjuration, sometimes you need more. And the price is accurate based on what they were saying.
So tell me this. Is there on the new website to buy, is there a button that says I want all the cards in their full play sets?
I didn't see that.
Because there's going to be some people that are going to get really clever and they're going to have to build a deck of every possible card in Ashes. Because there's people that are going to be like, I just want my whole collection.
So the top line on the thing I saw, the page I saw, nice. See, it says we're funded. So they made it to their $50,000 goal. And we're 43 minutes in. Keep them, yes. But the...
you can football this through my goalposts?
I can try. What was the question? Oh, that's high.
If you make it...
There's no way. What happens if I make it?
I'm going to celebrate the Ashes Kickstarter.
Close your eyes.
Did you just...
I just threw it. I'm kidding. Give me another card.
Come on.
I don't want to get rid of that one. Okay. What happens if I get it?
It's like we're Mr.
There's
Beasting
no way it's
right
happening. Oh, I did it! I did it for real! Right through the goalpost.
Maybe get some
I could probably conjure some of that soon. I'm a aficionado of the table football.
They're Kickstarter backed.
Yeah.
Let's celebrate.
In 40 minutes. That's crazy.
Wait, where's that champagne?
What are the unlocks?
Yeah, hold on. I need to... You asked... What was the question you asked?
Can you buy the whole collection or not? You said no.
So the top line thing said a deck has to be a fully legal deck to be printed.
Okay.
Which also makes me think that you couldn't print cards until they're officially released because it wouldn't be legal.
Right.
I don't know what the timeline is on the new stuff being available through that system either. But I don't know that there's a buy everything button.
Okay.
So I'll be right back and we'll see if we can cap this off.
This is a good opportunity though. If you are the buy everything person, this may be the last chance you have to easily do that. True.
This is the best way to do the buy everything.
All right, hit me back with the bonuses. I'm going to see what we're signed up for if we do well. All right, Rowan.
Alt arts.
Alt art by Canopticon. It's an awesome name. Okay, now wait. When do we get these? We don't even know.
Marks. Yeah, question
marks. We don't
marks.
even know.
We don't know.
Hold on, scroll up a little bit. They don't tell us.
No.
Just
hold on.
Wait.
Some Ashes Summer.
Some are small tokens. Others are news items, sure to get people excited. We'll be unlocking every few days or week throughout the campaign.
Oh,
so they're not tied to numbers.
That's neat.
Just alternative,
Yeah.
Just not
So
not
we'll
as.
go through all quick. Okay.
Okay, we're kicking off the campaign. Wait, let me read that. Alt art Phoenix born for the nefarious Rowan Umber End. Evil wizard hated by just about everybody. Alternative Roman standard card. All pledges that would receive a physical. Oh my gosh. You just have it waiting. Now this is CEOing right here.
Yeah, man. At some point it was like, we just always need this available. Just in case. You never know when a moment's going to come. You need to celebrate.
Take the wire thing off until you're ready.
Literally, as I was grabbing this, Robert was like, now remember, don't open it until you're fully committed to opening it.
I wonder how many people on the stream right now do not know the champagne inside joke.
Yeah.
I wonder how many people do.
Well, take a poll. Let's see, and then I'll tell the story after we do that in a second.
Dude, what we really need is an instant replay.
Ashes funding in 40 minutes is nuts.
That's pretty incredible.
That's really awesome. I'm curious if you're watching this right now. Obviously, there's a poll going up, but if you're backing, are you a ride or die, or are you new? Like, is there anyone new here watching now?
Like brand new
campaign?
Ashes?
Like, you're starting Ashes now.
Yeah, any new players?
That's really, I'm curious if anyone is out there like that.
Verbal poll, and then we've got a real poll.
Plaid Hat saying thanks everyone in the chat. Dude, congratulations to the entire Plaid Hat team. This is really cool.
We were all here.
Yeah, I remember we were having a meal at Gen Con with the Plaid Hat team a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago. And we were just talking about this idea of like, what does the future actually look like? And if you could do anything, what would it look like? And the resounding answer that came back from Plaid Hat was answering this problem of the game is becoming inaccessible. And not only do they answer it with the product, but then the technology on top of it is really notable.
The product and the technology. Okay, we got some new players here. James, new and backing all in. Therabrae, new-ish. I was in 1.0, fell off. Super pumped to come back. Jerry Cosmic Slayer, new here. Schmendrick, of course, ride or die. We need that. Schmendrick's instantly. Alex Becker, oh no, the champagne bottle is back. So Alex is aware of the inside joke. Dysphoria, I can't concentrate on what you're saying. Too busy watching the bottle. Let's see. Jessica Love.
60%.
Jessica Love, I'm new, but haven't backed. Still considering. So we have this stream to convince Jessica to back.
All right, mission
Jessica,
received.
what is holding you up? Aside from monetary, considerations.
I mean, that could be the answer.
Yeah.
But it could also be something else, and I'm happy to answer. I'll tell the Ashes story. So in August of 2020, we'd been doing Throwback Thursday streams on Thursdays featuring old card games. And we were just doing an Ashes stream.
It makes me nervous that your face is that close. I know it can't. I know it's not going to.
We were just doing an Ashes stream and but we secretly, I like surprises, which I've been
He's the only one.
Yeah, I do like surprises. So, anyways, we surprised everyone with it actually not just being a throwback stream. It was actually us announcing we were partnering with Plaid Hat to do the PDP subscription and bring the game back. And we had an interview with Isaac and Nick, and it was really cool. And then very quickly, kind of like today with the funding, within a couple of days, it was very obvious we were going to hit the minimum number of people.
1,000 was the minimum?
Yeah. And so anyways, we came back the next week and streamed, and we were celebrating the fact that we'd hit the number. It was officially happening. The number kept going up. It's like, hey, Ashes is back. And it was a weird time. It's 2020. So we're in the middle of the pandemic. And to have, I think, anything, you just never know. Even when I was talking to Colby about before we launched and we were planning it all out, we didn't know. We didn't know if there would be enough people. We didn't know people. It's a weird time in life. Are people going to be willing to commit to something like this? Are they interested in it? And anyways, the resounding answer was yes, people were in. And so that next week on stream, we had a thing of champagne to celebrate the return of Ashes, right? Ashes actually being reborn for real. And in the middle of that stream, I took off the
wire cage.
The wire cage of the champagne. It was just sitting on the table. and led to one of the funniest slow motion playbacks on stream imaginable, which is the cork just pops out.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, it sounds like a gunshot goes off in the room, and we are diving, and then the champagne starts going crazy because the pressure had been building up, and I just very quickly grab it, and it's a hilarious thing. It's so good that
you can find it
later on down the streams. Kind of towards the end of our pandemic streaming, we did a Skeleton Crew t-shirt, which is another inside joke. But on that, there's a champagne bottle on it.
Yeah.
Because that's definitely a highlight moment when life is so uncertain and difficult, and then you're met with that kind of support from that many people out there that then ultimately help the game get to this point and go on for that long. So there's a lot to celebrate and a lot to be grateful for, and that's why we stock a thing of champagne just in case there is something we really need to be grateful for.
And check this out, Dylan Silva, 100% new to this IP, never played, buying all in.
Amazing.
Let's go, Dylan. Sarah Septim, new player going all in for the company that ensured no one loses access to anything. So even just a philosophical backing. Gary Steven been dipping in and out since it was first released. Jealous Shots, effectively a new player. I own the core set, bought used a month ago. Haven't touched it more than learning the mechanics. Steven, I am brand new, mostly solo, so not entirely sure how if to jump in. Just grab the starter set.
Hey,
just grab
it's great solo.
What?
It's great solo.
It's great solo. Yes. You can find Zach playing it solo deep in the catalog that's hard to find and search.
I think if you Ashes Reborn solo, you probably find it.
Probably.
Just in general.
Opiate, I'm going to buy that box and be new to organizing my Ashes collection. I hear that. This is the first expense. Justin, old Metroid Pikmin himself, it was when you all did Ashes Reborn when I found out about TC, so this is kind of a moment for me. Thanks, TC, for all the games, Ashes, Sorcery, and Goodnack. So if Justin hadn't got in on Ashes, he would not be a judge and a big contributor to the Sorcery team. And we wouldn't have been in Seattle probably, and all of this wouldn't. It's just amazing.
Yeah, it's really cool over time in the tabletop community seeing these threads that get connected where even now people who found us or joined our community because of game A, B, or C. And Ashes it's got to be the oldest game actively in our catalog, right?
Is it older than Arkham?
Yeah.
Arkham to me feels like it's been around for 6,000 years.
I mean, it has.
8?
Ashes took a break in the middle. Arkham was 2016.
Okay.
So it's 9.
Fab is newer.
Anyways, technically Warlord is older as a game, but we haven't been engaging with it the whole time. So Ashes is the longest engaged singular game in our catalog right now.
True. One of our first big events at 2.0 as well.
Yeah.
Let's see. We have Dr. Goody. Always curious. Checked most of your Ashes videos. Couldn't approach it due to accessibility. Now I might crack, especially thanks to that storage.
Isn't that crazy? It's so real.
Russell, I feel like I have to make a call between this and Hub World, and I am torn. Like Natalie Bruglia.
Non-collectible.
And let's face it, I mean, Hub World, that's not going to deliver till 26?
2 more years
away.
So you got tons of time. Just play Ashes in the meantime.
But I also think Ashes is doing the technology's crazy. It's a clever thing. It reminds me of trading card games where you do not need to own everything to play Ashes. And the new deck builder print on demand insanely reinforces that. You could play Ashes on such a tight budget and not really be missing out at all. So that's just one thing to consider.
You could have a pre-constructed deck of literally anything you wanted at any moment, like probably $30-$40. And then it's just like, and like you can come to the Ashes Discord. The main Discord is probably better for this. Our Ashes Discord is a little bit more wild. But if you want to see, you could ask players like, hey, this is my favorite Phoenixborn. This is kind of the style that I like to play. Can somebody put together a deck list for me? And there's so many incredible Ashes deck builders, and they would put together a deck list and a first 5 and some considerations, and then you could just print it off and be done.
Impossible German had his, what was that series of decks?
Adventuring Party.
Adventuring Party,
yeah.
So I'm going to guess that on the new deck builder, he could set up those decks, and someone could click a button and then buy that deck. Like, how cool is that? The community can make a starter set for ceremonial dice that they want, and everyone else can just go look at it, click it, and buy that to like expand their collection and play that. It's really cool.
Jessica saying, coming back to Jessica, I'm not sure if I can find the time/players to play with around me. Game seems very fun and up my alley, though. That's the beautiful thing about it having solo PvE as well. So you can set it up on a table, off in the corner. You come home from work, you get some free time. You sit there, you have a good 30-minute, 45-minute tactile tabletop gaming experience. That gets you the rule set. You kind of learn. You play against the Dragonborn. And then whenever you do find that 1 or 3 or 4 different people that maybe want to join you in doing it, of course, you can print a deck off for them, give it to them, or get them involved in the starter set, and then see if they want to play head-to-head.
I definitely, from a time perspective, I get hard. There's a lot of things you can do with your time, and there's even just a lot of good card games you could be playing. So it's hard to bridge the time gap. And for indie card games, it's hard to find people.
You sound like a parent.
Yeah.
Plaid Hat Games being hacked by Zach here. We appreciate everyone at Team Covenant. You guys are fantastic partners. So thank you. Thank you.
It's been a privilege getting to support Ashes.
What else? Okay, I'm going to stop reading comments.
Let's crack this thing real quick. I'm a little nervous to be the one to do it.
I'll do it.
Yeah, I think you should.
I've cracked a lot of champagne.
Let's learn. Really?
Mm-hmm.
You're having a fun time in life.
Actually, the opposite, yeah.
Well, not a fun time in life?
Champagne is for coping.
Oh, I see.
Not for celebrating.
Of all the things to choose to cope with, that's one of them.
No, Shannon and I feel like we need to celebrate the things that are happening, but the things that are happening are actually in response to the house project going so poorly.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know, should we celebrate? Technically, yes. Here we go. Congrats, Ashes.
Hey!
Plaid Hat Games. $50,000.
What are we at now? Yeah. Give me a check-in.
Almost 60,000. We can't drink until 60,000.
That's right.
This is from our friends at Costco.
Oh, it's going up.
That's where the costs go.
Where you can get Zach's new bit. Our friendly sponsors Arbits. We're the Arbits. We're the Ars bit.
Litco. The Litco. Jonathan, do you want any?
I'll take a little bit.
All right, great.
It's almost 60,000. It's almost 60,000.
We just need someone to dump $20 into it, and then we'll get there. Nick Conley, thank you, everyone. I hope you love this new set. It's definitely my favorite one yet.
Wow.
And he's not just saying that. You know, I won't say any game names or designers. Here, let me swap you.
Yeah.
But there are definitely some institutions that every time they do something, they're saying this is the best X yet.
Mm-hmm. Like all of the world.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't heard Tide say that in a while. Best detergent yet.
That's such a strange example here. I kind of short-poured you there.
He's a parent. He's a parent now.
Yeah, he's a parent. You
don't like
daytime TV.
Actually, no. As you're familiar, there's a guy named Roger Martin I'm a huge fan of, and he did a lot of work with Procter & Gamble, and he always uses Tide as an example. So that's probably where it came from in my brain.
Got it. I was going to say, I'm the one washing diapers all the time.
Let me see that champagne bottle real quick. I'm going to let the rest of the team have a chance at joining in with this, but cheers to Plaid Hat. Cheers to all the players. Cheers to everyone here. Cheers. It's been a heck of a ride so far, and it's awesome to get to be a part of that. And if you were a player who was a subscriber during the Ashes Reborn phase, and still, huge shout out to you for helping make this possible to get to this point where Plaid Hat could do something on this level. It's really cool to see them spreading their old phoenix wings and flying.
That's right. Yet again, cheers. Some buble, cava. Prosecco. It's got a lot of names. People figure out how to make.
They can cheers on stream if they want to, Zach. They can come in with a bottle or the cup, glass.
Do you really want to see the quality of employee that's out there?
It's funny because none of them are watching.
Yeah, it is. It's like, yeah, they don't even watch the stream. They're like, they're in that room doing something that they think matters. I don't know. We keep packing boxes. It must be doing something.
It's funny. I thought you were talking about them for a second, but what they're saying about us is what you were actually talking about.
Hey, can you just get the box as an add-on?
Oh, yeah.
Do you have to pledge to something, or can you just get the box?
Let me get you there.
You might have to do like a $1 pledge or something.
But this would $7. You can just get the starter set and then add on the box.
Okay.
The storage box.
This. I had such an old man moment. So I was trying to get in on the booster box only on Goodneck.
Oh, yeah.
But unless you choose a reward tier that's an actual tier, like not this one.
I can't see what you're doing.
Oh,
okay, see it.
Unless you choose a reward tier that's not this tier. So you have to start here.
Okay.
To do an add-on.
To do any add-ons.
So starter set plus add-on storage box is where it's at.
Yeah. That's
now, I think some Kickstarters do allow you to pledge $1 and then add on whatever you want. That's
I
how Warlord
think they
did
have
it.
to create their own like tier because it has to be under available rewards to open up the add-ons. Which is strange.
Warlord did it the other way and it confused the world. You remember that? You like pledged $1 and then added on whatever you built your own pledge, and everyone's like, I don't know, I just want to click a button and get what you need me to get.
Yeah. Do you think there's anyone here that plays Ashes that's really just dying to see what's in these decks?
Yeah, everybody. Probably me.
Hold on.
I forgot that's what was happening.
We did talk a little bit about this, but probably this is the last part of the page we haven't got yet.
Yes, we did talk about that. So
dude, look at this Reborn catalog.
You can click there.
It's swelling.
You can go to a deck builder. You build a deck like normal. Okay. And then, can we go there?
Yeah.
Can you just click on it?
Yeah, click on
this is what I was saying earlier. The top line
Live
says,
testing.
decks must be complete and legal to be purchased.
The power of deck building like
so $20 for a deck.
$20 for a deck.
What? And shipped?
That's
crazy.
plus
shipping.
$24.95 for $53.70.
Yeah, if it's like a bigger deck. You might have like a sideboard if you're considering some cards or something.
Yes. Okay, so how do we do it? Okay, dice reference, dice can be added to your cart and sets of 5. Print and play PDF purchase on the way soon, so you can print them out at home if you have a printer, like if you're from the 90s.
Or if you're in a country where shipping is not possible or very expensive, you could just buy the file and print it.
Just buy a printer and then buy the file. It's probably still cheaper than international shipping.
Yeah.
Forge Fire. It's Forge Fire. Christian's back, baby.
You know what? He is. We're going to have to talk to him at some point soon.
Solving small problems.
I saw, this is a weird tangent, but I saw Steamforge Games. Remember them?
Yeah.
They bought War Machine from Privateer Press.
Yes, I did know that.
Yeah. Steamforge recently, last weekend at Adepticon, that is now not in Chicago, by the way. It's in Milwaukee.
Ooh, I want to go to Milwaukee.
Me too.
I love Chicago.
Steamforge. If I had thought of... let's back up for a second. Talk about old games. If I had known what I know now, I probably would have ended up going to that Adepticon because it was also the final Star Wars X-Wing World Championship.
No way.
Yeah, and I don't know that I would have played, but I would have just liked to have witnessed it.
Did Heaver win, or was he even there? Did he have to go fight the Death Star?
I didn't see Heaver. I saw Kalen won.
Okay.
And I know him because I went to Seattle to, what was that thing that Patrick put on? There was a convention going on. I played him in the finals of the X-Wing Regional.
Mm.
And is that the biggest tournament I've... Anyways, I played Kalen and beat him in the finals. And
Wait, you won an X-Wing Regional?
I did.
Wow. You're really good at X-Wing. I think you're better at X-Wing than card games.
Maybe. That might be true. Yeah. But anyways, he won, which is cool because he's like a community...
He's a long-timer.
He's a long-timer, and he's just a great person, so friendly. That was one of my favorite finals of anything I've ever played because he was just so fun about it, and we were having a good time. Anywho.
It's crazy for games.
Backing up. So they had their final world championship there, but Steamforge at Adepticon revealed that they are making the entire back catalog of War Machine cards available. Print on demand, stat cards, and they'll update the stats over time as they fix it.
Dude.
Guess who's doing it?
Christian T. Peterson. CT
Forge Fire. That was intentional for sure.
Christian T. Peterson, dude.
Christian Peterson.
Well, he Fantasy Flight gets bought by Asmodee. He becomes Asmodee North America guy. He leaves Asmodee North America. And then he starts a bunch of companies that I think are just solving all the problems he wished were solved when he was head of Fantasy Flight Games.
Yeah, and now they're starting to cook.
Yeah, now they're cooking.
Now they're starting to cook.
And like Andrew's doing the same kind of thing. He's like doing the things he wanted to do then.
There's these ripples, man.
Christian's doing the thing.
Spinoff.
And he's also got that weird like, do you still have that big artificial, not AI, but
VR?
Where you VR and you can record yourself
Don't know.
Rolling around?
Don't know.
Anyway, that's not gaming related seemingly.
Could be.
I guess it could be. But then, is there a reason that we're packaging card games at all? We'll get there later. Flathead Games fully compatible with all Redbox products.
And then there's also this question. We might not be able to answer it, but
is there campaign play? Not as far as we know. It is all you choose a Dragonborn and or in our case like a Red Rains. What do they call those?
Chimera.
Chimera. Thank you. And then that sets the challenge, and then you fight that challenge, and it's randomized through various card mechanics.
It would be cool though.
With a map. Yeah.
Maps are tantalizing.
Although some enterprising member of the Ashes community could easily put that together. Or Nick could. Probably take him a day.
Where are you at, Impossible German? We need you. You're our only hope.
All right.
You want to play some Ashes?
I do. I'm going to give you a choice.
I'll take the Artificer because I don't mind doing things that are difficult.
So the Artificer is Issa Brightmore. You want to show that card real quick, Jonathan? Oh God.
All right. Issa Brightmore. Battlefield 6, 17 life, spell board of 4, pretty standard across the board. Inspiration, side action, exhaust, 1 gear die. Draw 2 cards. You may place an Artifice die from your exhausted pool onto a card you control. So easily can charge up those golems.
And you draw 2.
Yep.
Wild. I have Arren Frostpeak.
Speaking my language, Zach's got wings too.
He does have wings and a spear. It's an ice spear too.
Ice and wings. Oh,
Battlefield
Lord.
7. Only 15 health. Spellboard of 3. Ascend. Side action. Action. Side action, action, right? Side action, exhaust. There it is.
Little triangle.
And then moon, crescent, eclipse, icon. What can you confirm, Plaid, what that icon is? I think it's an eclipse. I'm pretty sure it's an eclipse.
Does it not say it somewhere here?
I don't think. Here's an extra one. Anywho, deal damage to a target unit an opponent controls. You may place an astral die in your exhausted pool onto this Phoenixborn. An astral prevent damage.
Okay, so they're the same kind of thing.
He can ping something on your side for 1 and then protect himself for 1.
That's an extremely good ability. Oh, you're going to be so annoying with that.
Yeah.
That's just a raw power Phoenixborn. I'm going to be trying to do all this convoluted Rube Goldberg things, and I just know how this is going to go.
Just trade him. Just trade him for
No,
once.
because Zach's also not a Rube Goldberger. This is going to be my burger restaurant.
We need
Rube's Goldberg.
Whenever you get yours delivered.
I need those. I need at least this one.
If I start a restaurant that was Rube's Goldberger, that would be so good. Oh my gosh, you could have that for free, and it's all convoluted like hamburgers.
Yeah. Well, I can just picture the Pee Wee Herman style device too that makes the burgers. Like you can see it being made in front of you, and then it's just like
slapping. And
yeah, 100%.
It comes out like not great.
We did go to one of those that had like a train deliver it to you.
Yeah.
So it'd be like that. It was like 3 times more complicated.
Yeah, but it's just like you see it like tumbling down the stairs.
That's fantastic. Hey,
Oh my gosh, that's a genius idea. Seriously, that would make so much money. I gotta do that once I retire from Covenant.
yeah,
I'll put on my little weird like hat and just be the weird guy that's like, I've got an idea.
yeah.
Go to a bank.
Yeah.
See, they make the burgers, but they're like weird and they're bad.
You could
I swear somebody's gonna steal this idea. Somebody's gonna steal
you
this
could
idea.
also do it as a food truck, which would be even funnier.
Oh, you totally could.
It's like a mobile Rube Goldberg
and then you
burger
just lay it all out, and
machine.
you're like, all right, order up, and it's
Just spitting burgers out.
Dang it. That's so funny. Okay, Thunderhawk is the only conjuration that I care about. Let's just look at what these decks do.
Okay. Real quick, also, if your name's Nick Connolly and you're in the chat, can you give us a first 5 recommendation for each of these decks?
Oh, no. So, yeah, this is the hardest part of Ashes. We're supposed to know.
I'm very happy I got this deck.
You only have a spell board of 3. It's going to be easy mode. I have to think. All right, so Thunderhawk is a good 3/3 with Overkill that you have to charge up. So it's an extra die to activate it, but with the ability, it gets a little easier. Skitterling, 0/2 unit guard on a conjuration.
A little like Mechanical Bee.
So little Mechanical Bee is going to protect my Thunderhawks. Understood? Then we have some alterations. We have a Thunder Suit. Costs a couple of dice, +2 life, +2 attack, +1 recover. When attaching this, place an Artifice die from your exhausted pool onto the attached unit. Oh my gosh, Thunderhawk, Thunder Suit activated
charging up, baby.
5/5. Dude.
I need an alt art Thunderhawk with the Hulkamania bandana on it.
Yeah, that'd be a good.
He just does the he charges up. He's Hulkamania.
Dude, then we have Barrier with Thunderhawk having some shields up.
Looks you just looking at this whole thing?
Yeah. Well, I want to know what I'm getting into.
Spoilers are bleeding out.
You may play this spell after a charged unit or Phoenixborn is dealt damage. Prevent 3. Oh my gosh, dude. I'm going to Thunderhawk the moon. Recharge. Discard a card. Spend a B. Remove an exhaustion token and 2 wound tokens from a charged card. You just have a singular charged Thunderhawk, and then you just wreck your opponent.
Hold on real quick. Leave this up. 4 ready spells and System Drafter for Issa.
Is that me? Yeah.
3 ready spells, Captain and Javanalier for Aro.
Okay, Systems Drafter. Okay, here's Systems Drafter. 1 die, action. Rethink 1. When this unit comes into play, you may remove an exhaustion token from a ready spell you control so you can cast it again. And remember, how many I can have 2 Thunderhawks out, so I probably want to do that. Stat. I wonder if artificers are always going to have one main conjuration that they try to have out as they're like charged.
You can't have more like too many that you're trying to charge up,
I agree.
or you'll just run out of gas.
So this is just a little steampunk kind of situation. Core supplier. Supply 2 comes into play. Place up to 2 artifice dice from exhaustible onto cards you control, so it can get 2 golems going. Supercharge. If this spell is charged, this is a ready spell. If it's charged, add 2 to the attack value of a target unit for the remainder of the turn. So you can charge your ready spells as well. And then if it's charged, you add 2 to the attack value. My gosh, as a side action, you could die so quickly if you don't play the game.
A Thunderhulk is like 10 strength all of a sudden.
Yes.
Swinging.
Reconfigure ready spell. Move an artifice dice from a card you control to another card you control. Classic. And then we have the summon. So summon Thunderhulk is only going to cost me 2 dice. That makes sense. So 2 dice for a 3/3, but then 1 extra die to throw onto it.
Charge her up.
Skittering is going to be 1 die to bring into the Conjuration, and then Brilliant Display. This is my special card because it has my Phoenixborn icon in the bottom right. So this is Issa special. Resolve the following effects once for each Artifice die on cards you control. So every Artifice die on a card, deal the damage to a target unit an opponent controls. So that's a good reason to stack them, even if you're already charged up on your column.
And that's your signature card.
That's my Sig.
Siggy.
My Siggy.
All right. Well, I'll do my quick rundown.
I can't stop thinking about that Rube Goldberger.
Yeah, it's real good.
The business plan is already written.
It's so funny.
Yeah. You could just prompt AI to give you a business plan. Take on down to the bank. Okay, so I have 2 conjurations, and I'm low-key obsessed with these. First is Stellar Oracle. Look at this thing. It's a majestic dragon. Attack 2, life 2, divination 2. When this unit comes into play, draw 2 cards, then place a card from your hand on top of your draw pile.
Yeah, it's fine. Drawing Ashes is weird.
This is the one. Frost Talon. Look at this.
It's an owl, so you know it's going to be absolutely broken.
Yeah. 1 attack, 1 life. Stock, this unit cannot be guarded against.
Yeah, just a little ping.
Now, let's look at the other cards real quick. First is Gust Spear. Side action and a moon. +1 attack, it's an alteration, so you attach it. When attaching the spell, lower 2 dice and target opponent's active pool 1 level.
Come on.
Yeah.
Don't be that guy.
We also have Dodge. It is a reaction spell.
That's a lot of text on that bad boy. An angel just lost its wing.
Yeah. You may play this spell after an opponent declares attackers. Place an astral die in your exhausted pool onto a unit or Phoenixborn you control. For the remainder of the turn, astral dice are not exhausted as a result of preventing damage from being received. So you prevent 1 on it, and then it's prevent 1
forever
for the rest of the turn, which is crazy. We also have Retreat, action spell, discard, side action, moon, return an ally you control and all cards attached to it to the owner's hands. If you do, remove an exhaustion token from 2 ready spells you control. I see what you're doing here. Javelinier. How do you say that?
Nobody knows. I don't think I've ever seen or said that word. Javelinier, I would say.
Anyways, 1 attack, 1 life, 1 recover. Interesting to have recover at 1 life. Frost Throw, action, exhaust. Deal damage to a target unit and opponent controls equal to this unit's attack value.
Okay. So pump it up and throw it.
And throw it.
Yeah, got it.
Cirrus Ranger, action and an owl to play it. 2 attack, 1 life, 1 recover. Aerial Ambush 1, when this unit comes into play, if your Phoenixborn has an astral die on it, deal damage to a target opponent's Phoenixborn. Love to see it.
This is just fundies, dude. You're playing fundies.
Skybreak Captain.
It's going to annoy me.
Action, Owl, Moon, basic. 3 life, 3 attack, 2 recover. Yeah, it's cool. Look at that little axe. Commander, side action. Increase the attack value of another unit you control by 1 for the remainder of the turn.
Easy.
Can you just do that?
It doesn't exhaust, right?
Over and over?
So you can side action +1 and then attack. Then next turn, side action +1 attack. Side action +1 attack.
A turn, not round. Yeah, so you +1 and they do it. Yeah. I was like, can you just keep pumping? No. Whirlwind, ready spell, discard. Side action, moon, action, exhaust. Lower 2 dice to target opponent's active pool 1 level. If your Phoenixborn has an astral die on it, draw a card.
So you got a little control, little
it's like a weird almost wolf. But not quite wolf.
So are you trying to go long game? Or are you trying to...
I don't know yet. I don't have any big
reputation?
Damage, I guess, is the right way to say that. Summon Stellar Oracle.
Cool.
Action, exhaust, moon, basic. Place a Stellar Oracle conjuration on your base field. Great. Summon Frost Talon. Also, action, exhaust Moon. It works as you expect. And finally, my signature card. Let's hope it does much damage. Aerial Strike. Off to a good start. Side action basic. If your Phoenixborn has an Astral Diamond, deal 3 damage to a target unit an opponent controls. Okay. So just blow up a side action, though, which is nice. Yeah. Side action, poke.
Yeah, so what are you doing? Is that a long-term... You're just trying to slow me down. It's like a tempo deck.
Yeah.
You're trying to slow me down and get the advantage.
I saw the short... Did you see our short recently posted about you describing mid-range?
No.
It was basically, you were saying, like, I think mid-range is just a term that we use when we don't know what our deck is actually doing. I got a really good chuckle out of it.
You know, that's not wrong. 30 years of Magic terminology can't have been correct.
Yeah, no way. No way, no
I solved it in a single short.
The shorts are funny because we stream and you kind of just get lost in the stream.
Yeah.
And then you forget. Like, I forgot you said any of that exchange that was presented happened. So anytime they pop up in my feed, it's like, it's strange seeing things happen that happened and I don't recall.
Yeah, it is weird.
Like, at all.
Okay, let me pull out my...
Hey, can we do a quick check on the campaign to see what total we're at? You don't have to
Not really.
show it. I just want to see what it is.
Just tell us.
Not really.
All right, 2 Thunderhawks, 3 Bees.
Oxford are saying 100K in Canadian.
Oh, okay, what is that? What's the exchange rate? I think Canadian, I think we're like, they're 60 cents, 70 cents?
70,000.
Right.
70,000. Yeah, there was 70 cents.
An hour and 16 minutes in.
Down to 69.
Uh-huh.
Coming back up.
Yeah, shouldn't mention.
Knock on wood.
70,000, great.
They're saying, can we see the Artifice Phoenixborn card on screen? I don't think we got that one.
Yeah. Issa, Brightmore.
Hold on.
You
want to sleeve anything, or you don't care?
I don't care. I just made a decision. I don't know why I would do that.
I don't know. It just makes it look nicer.
Well, I'll just be the everyman here.
Ooh, Alex saying they did an hour-long podcast on the myth of mid-range. So, yet again, Alex just basically stealing my ideas.
Can you come up with anything on your own, Alex?
I know.
A deck.
He tried to steal my Bolden deck, but he kept losing with it.
He stole it
that
right
was
into the
mid-range
ground.
deck, by the way.
Yeah.
It's the Therabrave was looking for the
signature card.
The signature card. Card, yeah.
I hope mid-range exists. That's my favorite archetype.
See, you're like me.
Doesn't make it exist.
It doesn't make it exist. It's just a slow rush deck or a bad control deck. The answer to your riddle, Jonathan, is Brilliant Display.
I thought you were definitely going to say friend. She looks happy in that.
Ooh,
all charged up.
You can do that.
Totally random saying the sound of the riffle shuffle still makes a part of me die inside, even though they're early test preview cards, you know.
I don't think we clarified that.
Mine at least sleep. These feel like normal Ashes cards, do they not?
Not quite.
way to go. I hate that sound. Well, here, I have this.
Here you go.
Now this is streaming.
Hold on.
You need me top down so we can orient.
Boom.
All right, I'm gonna hand you 2 cards. You tell me which one is print on demand without looking at them.
Okay.
You can pick them up. You can touch it, and I want you.
I just looked at them on the screen, but I don't know.
I want you to flip over the card that you think is print on demand. Okay. Mm-hmm. The print on demand card is Aerial Strike, which is my signature card. Here you go. You can do whatever you want with it.
I can't see the units.
I mean, card color would matter too, right?
Yeah. Is this a trick? These cards feel identical. Completely identical.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they do.
Then you flip over.
They feel... All right,
yeah. Completely identical. I mean, one of them's a little thinner, probably.
Yeah, that's
the biggest difference. But the gloss and the everything, the feel is the same.
Yeah.
It's just
you
the
can just tell
thickness.
from the thickness.
It's just the thickness. That's the
Well,
only thing.
Zach, close your eyes. Close your eyes. Let's see if Zach can put
Pepsi
his money where his
challenge.
mouth
But do you
is.
know that the thicker one is X and the thinner one is Y? Because that's easy. I can tell that one is thinner.
Yeah, the thicker one is the old, like the
So just thicker card stock.
not on demand.
Yeah, this is just a little bit thinner. That's the only difference.
I can't really tell from a texture perspective now.
Yeah, they're the same
The
gloss
thickness
on
of the card, you definitely can't tell.
Yeah. Wait, how do you have print on demand cards already?
I'm a magician, Harry. We got sent these cards from Plaid Hat. That's how.
Who wants to go first?
Hold on.
Even, I'll go first. It is a 5. That is an odd number. You will go first. And let's get some D20s for life. Or D6s?
No, we just use our tokens.
Oh, right. I don't know. I like dice.
The original
Any more-
acrylic tokens.
Any more in games? I'm just using dice. To be honest.
You became that.
It's just
All right, this first player token.
easier. We're not selling tokens anymore, so I'm a dice man.
All right.
Alex asked him the right question.
Exactly. I swear, Alex is gonna 2 years from now is gonna be making millions of dollars.
Oh
on
yeah.
Rube's
You know
Gold
what?
Burgers.
We don't even, the game has a way of telling us who goes first.
I don't know. I played like 1,000 games.
Yeah, I know. What die do you think most accurately reflects? Because we don't have the new dice yet.
Color palette, I would say the purple. Well, you're all purple. Give me sympathy. I like the color of sympathy.
Teal.
Yeah, teal. What do we do? Do we bid force?
No, we roll, and then whoever has more.
Oh, of course. Yeah, Ashes.
We bet.
I can't believe it. How many different card games do you think you've played?
I was talking to Jonathan about this before we started. It's really nuts how many game systems are just in the brain.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that we can just sit down.
Yeah, and nail it.
No, I mean we can
Just crush it.
we can work our way through it though without. I think we can play without looking at a rules document.
But is there a mulligan in Ashes?
No, he had first 5.
That was a test. That would be funny though. You pick your first 5 and then take them all in. That's very funny also. That's not Rube Goldberger level, but
I mean, what is? Really?
it is funny though. It is funny. Can I like copyright that right now? Can I trademark that?
I mean, talk to a lawyer.
I want to do more of that.
Yeah, that sucks.
Huh. I can just see it though. I can see the food truck even. It's very goofy.
The food truck would crush. I mean, you know all those food trucks they have outside like Gen Con?
Mm-hmm.
Line around the block.
Line around the block. And if it just was basically a conveyor belt of orders.
Yeah.
And it like smashed the name of the order at the very end.
I think it should just produce a single burger.
I think it is the single burger.
You just,
But
do you want one or not?
Well, but the machine, you have like 7 options. So you press the lettuce button and stuff, and then it like, and then it comes down the thing, and then it either slaps the lettuce on or doesn't. You know.
All right, let's roll the dice. I have 3 basics.
I have 1, 2 basics.
Then I go first. I've got 3 wolves.
Do we have the old dice holders anyway?
Inside you?
Yeah, that's right. We don't. I don't know where they're at. We've moved.
Between the A and the T there. The English majors out there will really appreciate that I said that.
They really will. It makes one of them.
Oh, man. Chelsea America, baby.
All right. I will. So every turn, if you're new to Ashes, you get an action and a side action. I'm going to play Summon Stellar Oracle. So a couple things going on here. That icon on the top right is the cost. Anything up there on the top right is the cost. So it costs me an action. So my main action to play this. It's also a ready spell board. And you'll notice on my Phoenixborn Arren, I have spellboard 3, so I get 3 of these things in play. And it'll stay in play for the rest of the game, unless Steven does something really unfortunate.
Is there any straight up ready spell removal in the game?
I don't think so. I think you can exhaust it.
Okay, what do? Do I just try to get the Thunder Hulk out quickly? Probably, right? And then just like make it. Well, no. I don't do that. I need Yeah, I do that. But you do 3 right off the bat, yeah? If you have a thing on you?
What?
Your Phoenix-born ability does 3.
No, it deals 1 damage to a target unit and opponent controls. Then put an astral die on my Phoenix-born.
Oh, that was a separate card that did 3. That was your signature card.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's just get Summon Thunderhawk down. Main action to do that. Top right, you can see that. And then later on, it's a main action and a couple of dice to put a Thunderhawk on the battlefield.
Oh, look at this. These are different dice. Justin, for you. Anyone else asked no. But Justin specifically, I would say yes to. I'm just kidding. There's probably any number of people I would have said yes to. Let's see if I can find. They did multiple printings of the dice.
I'm so glad we get exactly through his box section of Ashes Stream.
Yeah. I mean, no
Ask him
Ashes
to organize his
Stream.
dice and he'll go home.
No Ashes Stream is complete without it.
You just put those on whatever side you want.
They're on the side that I'm taking out. Nice. Look at that.
Clean.
Now, don't look at Steven's dice too closely.
Yeah. Don't.
All right, you did the thing.
I guess that was Thunderhawk.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna play Summon Frost Talon and then no side actions.
Okay. Let's go ahead and summon the old Thunderhawk. So that's going to be a action. Wait, it's just a main action, gear, which is this one, right? And basic. Place a Thunderhawk Conjuration onto your battlefield.
You can't use that unless he's charged up.
Wait a minute. This card doesn't have the exhaust symbol on it. Does that mean I don't have to exhaust to do it?
Yeah.
Seriously? I can just keep spinning Hulks?
Yeah, but how many can you have? 2?
What's the point of focusing it then?
There's not.
There's not.
But that doesn't...
That's not... No, you have to always exhaust it, right? Is this a card game? Am I missing something?
Mine have the exhaust symbol.
Oh,
right?
Nick's saying it's a printing error.
Printing error.
Yeah. File art, graphics, and text may not be.
Not
there
done.
we go. Because we knew it couldn't.
Well, let me ask you
like
another
that.
question, Nick Conley. If I had a card named Whirlwind that said ready spell discard, what does that discard mean?
What? You just got a card from your hand.
Is that what that means?
Yeah, the discard symbol?
No. It just says discard in the title, but nowhere anywhere.
Oh,
does it say
no.
discard.
That's standard Ashes, man. That's all the Ashes ones that aren't... oh, wait. You're right.
It says ready spell.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. That's weird. That's weird. It can't be both, can it?
I mean, maybe you just... I don't know. Maybe you put it in play and then when you use it, it goes away.
It can't be, no.
It feels like the discard's a mistake.
It can't be that.
Yeah, next time disclaimer cards are not final. We
Yeah,
have the
that's gotta
text.
be, is
for
that a
them.
ready spell? It's probably a discard spell, right? A Whirlwind is not a ready spell.
Nick's saying it should say spellboard. Okay.
So it is a ready spell.
Yeah. That makes sense. I was like, I don't know what this means, but here we are. Okay, you have a 3/3. You can side action, charge him up, and swing at me. Is that a thing you can
I can do that. Yeah, that's one way to do it.
I don't like it a lot.
And if you put a blocker out and I kill it, it's overkill 1, so I still do 1 to your Phoenix-born there.
Let's not accept that. You know what I mean?
Sure, yeah.
I
Declare?
bankruptcy. I will play I'll activate summon Stellar Oracle, action, Moon and a basic. So I'm going to spend a Moon and a basic. I'm going to put a Stellar Oracle into play. And it says Divination 2. When this unit comes into play, draw 2 cards. And then I put a card from my hand on top of my deck. That seems good. Here. Okay, so I use my action to summon there. And then
It's going to get wrecked.
yeah, I'm going to play an aerial strike, side action basic, and do 3 of that thing. Nope, I can't do it. I have to have an astral die on my face for it.
The entire turn is ruined. Take that Stellar Oracle back.
No, I want the Stellar Oracle.
You just
for
want it to
sure.
die?
I'll block with it, yeah, it's fine.
Or no, you'll either block with your Phoenix-born or you'll let the Stellar Oracle die. Those are going to be your choices. I know every game is different. Alpha Clash, etc.
Alpha Clash is messing with my brain.
I can attack Sail Oracle.
Yeah, that's fine.
Optionally block with your Phoenix Born.
That's totally fine though.
Yeah.
I'd rather take that than 3 to the teeth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Then
board advantage man myself.
Side action. I'm gonna play Whirlwind. Side action and a Moon. It has I can action exhaust it, lower 2 dice in your pool, 1 level. Okay. And then if I have an Astral Die here, I draw.
Got it. You better get an Astral Die there, buddy.
Well, it does seem critical. Over to you. I like that you were like Alpha Clash, etc., etc.
Yeah, let's do a side action on Issa here, and exhaust, and spend a gear. We're going to draw 2 cards and place an Artifice die from my exhausted pool onto a card I control.
That does seem good.
And I just get to keep these. Wow.
Wowie.
And that is going to be this one. We'll come in. This is all side action business. And then I'm going to swing for 3 there.
Yeah. I'll counter and do 2 to you and go away.
And then I have overkill 1, so your Phoenix Born takes 1. I take 2 damage.
14 life left. All right. Mine?
Mm-hmm.
I will...
This is exhausted.
I will play a Skybreak Captain, which is going to be an owl, a moon, and a basic. This is the side
whole
action.
Lucky Charm spread there.
Yeah, this is side action. Give something +1 for the rest of the turn. Then I will use my Phoenix Born's side action, and I'll spend a moon. And then I can place an Astral Die in my exhausted pool onto my Phoenix Born. So I'm going to put this owl, which is a wolf, onto my Phoenix Born.
And doesn't seem to say deal 1 damage.
Oh yeah, and I'll do 1 there. That was the whole point of that.
That's kind of the whole idea.
Yeah, we did it. Skipped over, I don't know, the most important part of the whole exchange. Okay, cool.
Okay, next up.
There really aren't... Ashes is in a... Let me back this up. There's 3 sentences all at once. So we recently were playing Hub World on stream, which is another expandable card game, non-collectible. So
I've heard.
Coming soon. But we're comparing it to Netrunner. Netrunner kind of being a genre that got started of card game. I don't know where I would classify Ashes, because it is adjacent to like a Magic, but it's with the first 5 and you start with the 10 resources, and it's just way different than Magic in a lot of ways. What is this doing over here?
No, that's mine.
Ashes, definitely, even now, just a couple turns in, it scratches such a different part of the brain.
Systems Drafter. It's a crazy good card game. It's so different. Comes into play, remove an exhaustion from a ready spell, so I'll re-up my Thunderhawk there.
Hold on, we got a book reader?
Yep, drafts and systems, man.
Okay, hold on.
I at least can block the 3 damage coming my way, I figure.
Cool. What a cool character. That's awesome. Okay. That's a 1/1.
I'm just playing fast and loose here, too. Like, I'm not even thinking.
I agree.
I like it.
I'm going to exhaust here. Lower 2 dice in your pool. So I'll lower 2 of your horses down to the music notes. And my Phoenix Born has an Astral Die on it to draw a card.
Very nice.
That was my action. As my side action, I'll pass.
All right, let's do main action summon Skitterling here. And then side action and gear is going to be Supercharge.
He's charging up. Ooh, I see. How cool. I can dig it. You know what I mean? Well, whoops. Okay. I'm going to play a...
What's up, Goblin Reserve? Good to see you.
Cirrus Ranger. Spending an owl, which looks like a wolf. Air ambush when this unit comes into play. If your Phoenix Born has an Astral Die on it, deal damage to target Phoenix Born.
Oh.
So I'll do 1 to your Phoenix Born.
Okay, let's do a side action let's place the charge die here. And then main action, I'll exhaust and spend a gear. And I'll place a Skitterling onto the battlefield. That is the 0/2 unit guard. And then it says, if this spell is charged, change 2 dice in your pool to their power sides. So I'm going to bring both of these up to horses.
That's unfortunate.
Just horsing around, man.
All right. I will play a card I can't pronounce, Javelineer.
Javelineer.
And it says, it's 1/1/1. Frost throw, action, exhaust, deal damage to a target unit, and opponent controls equal this unit's attack value.
Watch out, Systems Drafter. You're done.
Attack!
Yeah, time to get him in there. Let's attack here into the Cirrus Ranger. Now, did you already block with your Phoenix Board? You did not. No. So you can take one or not.
I think I will.
Yeah.
I like this rapid fire Ashes, actually.
Yeah, dude. I'm
it's like, just get out of your head. Just start doing the thing.
Next Ashes tournament, we'll start by cracking a bottle of champagne.
That's right. And then you feel nice and have a successful crowdfunding campaign for a game you love. You know, all that can happen at the same time.
I've got a side action as well. Do I want to? No, I do not have a side action.
Okay, 3 left. You could bring out another Thunderdome, right?
That's right. Yep.
A Hulk, as it were.
I'm gonna watch it.
I'm gonna take my commander action to give this +1.
Love that.
And then I'll exhaust here to get rid of your B.
Boom. Just a 2-shot. 1 shot. 2 shot. Very good. Okay. Let's do.
Oh yeah. Hold on. Oh no.
What'd you miss?
So instead of taking 1, this should actually go away.
Oh, yeah, because you prevented 1.
But then nothing matters. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like,
so you just had a shield on you.
Yeah.
From your Astral Dying.
But then removing that actually takes some of my card effects away.
Ah, yes. So you got to watch that.
Yeah. I want to make sure I didn't make any mistakes
there. That's good. What do they call it? Design space there?
Agreed.
Let's go. Dang, I really needed that Skitterling to stay alive.
Someone's asking if we're going to show PvE cards up close here. We're not today. We don't have the Dragonborn here, but I assume Plaid Hat will be showing some of that in the near future.
Ooh, here's a question for Nick.
He's in the chat.
If I focus this Skitterling summon, is it still charged? Does this charge die only apply to a copy, or is it the whole spell is now charged? Because technically, I think it's the same spell. It's just now focus 1.
I think it would count, but
I think so too.
I'm not a guru of rules.
But then again, you are exhausting the separate copies, so I could see it go either way.
Are you?
I think so.
This is a rules technicality that.
Yeah, because you could cast it 3 times if you had a focus stack there.
I didn't know if that. You were actually exhausting each card, or if each card just meant you could use this spell 3 times. You know.
Yeah, it's a good question. Only the copy that I is charged. Okay, so I would have to move it. Oh man, card is. This game trips me up, man. Okay, so hold on. Let's count our dice. And I was just a little. Will I be pretty? Okay, and this and that. I mean, that feels right.
Nick's saying there are neat tricks to move charges now.
Yes, there are. This feels right. I feel like I don't want to expose. Now you can do this +1 here as well. Yeah. Dang. Yeah. So I need to wait you out. I'm gonna play a reconfigure ready spell. I can just take a side action to exhaust it to move an Artifice die to a different card.
That's efficient.
Yeah, that could be cool.
Okay. Mine?
Yeah.
Okay. I will side action here to get +1 attack. And then I'll attack your Phoenixborn.
You sure don't want to go here?
I'm sure.
All right, take 3.
I mean, it's not unappealing to remove a unit for no cost. But
That's not wrong.
3 damage is a significant amount of Phoenixborn damage.
You have 1 basic. What is it? Frost Talon is showing as an option.
Yeah.
You can bring in. What does that do?
That's the 1/1 can't be unit guarded. So
you'd have to
put him in. You can't block.
We're down. We're dead.
Oh,
Screen is black. Is the stream black? Oh, there we go. We're back.
Or is it just our screen?
Could just be the monitor.
So if it was in play, I could like pump it, and you can't block it.
Mm-hmm.
You can't unit guard. So
you'd have to meditate up and then spend an action to bring it in. Fine. Okay, let's go with Summon Thunderhawk. 2 and an exhaust to get my man Thunderhawk in here.
Fine.
Yep. Not charged, currently dormant. But I do have 1 horsey sitting. When I was just... yeah. Okay.
I will meditate. 1.
What is that card?
Summon Frost.
That's a fine one.
Turn this into a... oh, this doesn't work. Hold on. Back it up. Because I want to use it now.
Side action?
Well, I would like to protect this for 1, so he doesn't get thundered down.
Got it. Yep. I hear you.
Can you use this on defense even if it's not charged, or is it?
It cannot attack unless it's charged, so I can still defend. Yeah, but I don't have unit guard, so it would deal 3 back to you if you attacked it. But if you attack my Phoenixborn,
then you can't do nothing about it.
I can't do nothing.
You can't do nothing.
Right, that's how unit guard works, right? Alpha Clash just totally screwed me up on Ashes.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. Yeah, guarding is for units. Blocking is for Phoenixborn.
Blocking is for Phoenixborn. So if you attack a unit, if you attack this unit, I can block it with my Phoenixborn. If you attack my Phoenixborn, I can't guard it unless I have unit guard. No, the accessories blocks units. Can I block with a Thunderhawk if you attack my Phoenixborn? That's what I can never remember. Yes?
I think so.
Right?
Units can always block for Phoenixborn.
You declare attackers. The target is either Phoenixborn or units.
Yeah.
If it's units, unit guards can replace.
Uh-huh.
If it's Phoenixborn, any unit can replace.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we did it. I mean, that's a way to work out a card game, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you can only attack the Phoenixborn with multiple units. Like, you can't send multiple units at a single unit. It's always 1-1.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That seems right.
Yeah.
I really thought I was going to get the better of this exchange.
You don't think you are anymore?
Well, the die coming off my Phoenixborn changes the math on my hands. I was really
swift when you should have swapped.
Optimistic about that. So, anywho, I will go ahead and meditate, and then I'll swing for 3 at Phoenixborn.
So I can block this with the Thunderhawk, is what you're saying.
We can. Just a quick little trade. Favors you because you can put another Thunderhawk out next round. I don't get another captain.
I do feel like having that captain out is a problem.
Yeah. There's nothing I can do to stop you from taking him if you wanted him.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to take 3, though.
Doggy.
1 becomes a 5.
That's right.
So that means I remove 2 tokens?
So 1 goes to 5, that's 4 damage. So you need to remove 1 damage to be equal.
Great. That's why I always lose at Ashes. Okay. All right. For my action, I'm going to reconfigure. So here, to move this here.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to main action into your Phoenixborn.
Taking 3. Call me in the morning. Some deep stream lore. With the call me in the morning. Take 2. I will summon a Frost Talon. Such a pretty card.
Beautiful card.
Those blues, though. Come on.
Beautiful card.
Beautiful. Okay, that's what I'm doing for my action. No side action.
Okay.
Can't believe you left my captain out.
Captain, my captain.
Oh, captain, my captain.
You know what? I made a mistake. Will you let me take that back? It probably won't affect anything for you. I'm going to swing at your ranger instead.
This guy?
Yeah.
All right.
You'll see exactly why I do that here shortly.
Okay.
And then you summon that still no matter. Okay, so now I read the next part of the card. I'm going to play Recharge. Main action, Bumblebee, discard this card. Remove 2 wound tokens and an exhaustion token. See, that's the efficiency I'm needing there. I'm coming for your captain, buddy.
I know. I'll go ahead and swing for one of your Phoenixborn because I think you're coming to my captain.
Yeah, so you got to rush it down, I think. Yeah. Captain or 3 damage. I think captain. I'm going first next turn.
Does it have overkill?
Yes, it does. So you take 1 to your Phoenixborn.
So I take 2.
Only 1. It's only overkill 1.
Okay.
So if it destroys the unit.
That was like totally the right play.
That makes way better. Then the Skybreak captain, you take 1 more, and then
wait.
we both trade.
Why do I take 1 more from the Skybreak captain?
Overkill, baby.
Don't you have to do more than my life?
No, it destroys a unit during the attack. Boom. So we see what this is trying to do.
I'm exhausted. You don't go anywhere.
Oh, that's right. Oh, shit, that's right. Oh, my gosh, it's so good.
The value.
Every game is in my head.
Yeah.
I get that captain out of here.
What are you talking about?
Kill that thing.
Dang it. We almost got it.
Dude, that's incredible.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So the card in my hand is to do 3 damage to something, but I have to have a die on here to do it. So I thought you were going to summon this thing and I was just going to kill it.
I did too.
And then I had my captain out and I just get a swing.
So yeah, this went poorly for you.
It was that was the
astral die.
Game breaker,
yeah. Does it just burn up inside of you? As the kids say, are you tilted?
I feel nothing. That's my secret.
All right, let's remove all of our tokens.
Yeah.
And these dice.
First player token passes to you.
First player token passes. Roll up those new beautiful bones. With the dice powers that we have, there's going to be some first turn rolls where you just need to hit your power die so you can side action onto it and then do something, and you're going to miss it, and then you're going to talk about it for the next 20 years.
You're going to be devastated.
Yeah. Okay, somehow Systems Drafter is alive. I still don't really know how that happened.
Yeah, magic.
And then we draw up to our hand size, 5.
Yeah, you can technically discard any cards from your hand if you don't want them.
Didn't have any.
Unfortunately, I did.
Wow. Wow. I see. I really see. Goodness gracious. Okay, so we'll side action, and then we'll main action. Wow.
It seems like Astral Die is not a May, Tim.
Okay, I think I've got my turn. I'm going to start with a side action here on Inspiration here on Issa. It's going to cost me an Exhaustion and a Gear. And it says, draw 2 cards, and then place an Artifice die from your exhausted pool onto a card you control. Let's power up this Supercharge. And then my main action is going to be Thundersuit. That's a Gear and a Basic. When attaching this spell, place an Artifice die from your exhausted pool onto the attached unit. So currently a 5/5 coming at you. Over to you.
Well. I declare bankruptcy. Let's get a Stellar Oracle, which will go basic and a power die to get this out. Divination 2. When this unit comes into play, I draw 2 and I put 1 on top of my deck. Don't worry about that. Okay. Let's put this on top of the deck. Okay. Then my side action, I'm going to exhaust my Phoenix Born and use this. And I'm going to do 1 damage here.
Phoenix Born, isn't it? Target unit?
Unit, yep, there. Okay. And then I will put an Astral Die on my Phoenix Born.
Dang, we're playing Ashes now.
We're ashing now.
Boy.
Over to you.
Okay.
Let's have the birds on the flanks.
Birds on.
I'm used to the PvE where the placement actually matters. It does not here.
So the question here...
Let's just check in on this little campaign. 78,000 and cruising. It's pretty cool, man.
It's very cool.
Over 500 backers in an hour and 50 minutes.
I think it's time to meditate.
All right. You may put some music on. Got Kaufman back there with that one. That was a genuine smile there.
I'm gonna meditate 3. I don't know if I need 3 exactly. I'm just kind of, it feels about right.
You can meditate 1 at a time.
1, 2. I don't want to wait. I want a side action though. I know the number.
I'm saying, like, you can side action meditate, flip 1 from top of deck, flip 1 from top of deck.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I just need to know how many times I'm gonna do it because it won't change based on the result, right?
Yeah.
And it's a fixed result. 1, 2. Those are 2 dice that matter. 3 dice that matter. Maybe 4 dice that matter. Let's stick with 3. Meditate. Actually, would rather have drawn that. That one as well.
Oh god.
Especially.
He's bleeding.
Wait, can I go up to any side? Right?
Yeah.
Right. And love putting that one in the discard. You love your signature spells going. 2 Thunderhawks and a Brilliant Display. About as good as it gets on the meditate there. I guess I should have done it from my hand. I always forget that you can be good at this. And then main action, I'm going to do a Core Supplier. Let's go 1 gear, 1 basic. When this unit comes into play, you may place up to 2 Artifice die from your exhausted pool onto cards you control. I guess I don't really need that one. But let's put this one here, because I can always reconfigure where I need to. So let's just put it here. This feels safe. All right, I'm in. It's a 2/2.
Okay.
Let's just put, no, I don't. How do you have? That's fine. It's fine. We're good. Love it. Let's put it on the Phoenix Born. There's 1 card where that might matter.
All right. I'm going to play as a side action a Gust Spear. Side action and Moon. And it says, well, when attaching the spell, lower 2 dice on target opponent's active pool 1 level. So you know the drill.
Got it.
Then I will use this action. Deal damage to a target unit and opponent controls equal to this unit's attack value. So 2 to that guy. Just keep it clean. Keep it clean.
Keep it clean, San Fran. All right, let's. Now that that's out of the way, let's summon a Skitterling. Place a Skitterling onto the battlefield. If this spell is charged, change 2 dice to the power side.
Look at that.
Just like that. We got a little back and forth, a little volleyball going on.
Don't like it, honestly.
Volleyball.
Skitterling, eh? Unit guard, eh?
Yeah.
Not that impressive.
I'm just trying to protect the Hulk at all costs.
Okay, I'm going to meditate once. Here. I'm going to turn this into wolf. I'll go from top of deck. Another wolf. Woof.
Woof. Woof.
And then I will play a Cirrus Ranger here. When he comes into play, if my Phoenix Born has an Astral Die in it, which it does, I can deal damage to your Phoenix Born.
Done. A little
Up
burn.
to 9, and you've got 8 left.
A little burn.
That's my action side.
Yeah. And you got stuff. I think it's time for another Thunderhawk.
Stuff indeed.
Personally.
Oh, dude. He's double dipping. Triple dip.
Let me make sure I got the dice though, you know? So we'll summon another Thunderhawk, that's fine. And then maybe a couple more things. Yeah, let's do it. Let's get a Thunderhawk out here. So we'll summon.
That's a lot of beef, man.
Our main action, another Thunderhawk, and then we will side action here to move that Artifice die to it.
So he's charged up, but he's a 3/3.
3/3, just a 3/3.
Middle of Miami. I will Whirlwind. I'm going to lower 2 dice in your pool level. And I'll have an Astral Die on a draw card.
Nice.
Then, as my side action, I'm going to Aerial Strike for a basic. If my Phoenix Born has an Astral Die on it, yeah, you got it. I'll do 3 damage to that thing. Finally got to use the card.
Nailed it.
I've been staring at it all game.
Okay. What else we got? You got 4 dice left? Gosh, you've done a lot for 4 dice left. That's crazy.
I mean, I'm just waiting for this 5/5 Pound Town to come through.
Well, but it's like you just block it with some little nerd. It doesn't matter.
I'm just picturing the Frost Town with glasses on. Like, nerd. Perhaps some plaid.
Huh. All right, now we gotta get serious. Do 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 do. All right, let's meditate 1, and then we have to make a decision. Yeah, we'll meditate 1 here. Move this bad boy up, and then we will play a summon Skitterling. Focus. Oh, hold on, I meditated the wrong one. That is not what you want.
That's my spell board. My Battlefield 7. We just keep rolling. I need my captain.
My captain, my captain.
Alright. I will play another Javeliner.
Okay.
See if I have any side actions.
You have how many cards? 2?
2 cards. Over to you.
Well, I'm just going to keep waiting.
Yeah, that's the Ashes way right there.
I'll play another Reconfigure. I can move another Artifice die around if I need to.
It's like, how can I kill time and be productive at the same time? Until
maybe?
the dominoes fold on themselves.
Yep.
All right. Mine?
Yes.
I will attach another Gust Spear.
Oh, no.
So lower 2 dice in your pool, 1 level.
Okay.
And then I'll use an action to get rid of your B.
Was that D2 on the little...
It's equal to its attack.
Okay.
Which is currently a 2.
Got it.
Got it.
Got it.
Those will become problems.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think that's what we gotta do.
Science asking, do we know how the new stuff will be released? Will there still be small boxes as it is now? Tim Aiken, on top of that, saying, will new releases be released in pairs as in the past or one at a time? I'm not certain. I do know all new releases past the Ashes Ascendancy starter set will come through the subscription, as well as other methods. Nick's saying Future Ascendancy expansion will include 2 new Phoenixborn decks and a new Dragonborn and 10 dice of the reintroduced magic type of that set. Wow. So 2 player decks and a, let me see it, Dragonborn. I want to make sure it was a Dragonborn. Along with the dice to play them right out of the box. That's really cool.
Okay. Meditate. Summon. Side. Okay. Got it. Okay. That feels right. Okay. We are going to reconfigure to move this to the summon Skitterling, and then we're going to take a main action to summon a Skitterling, change 2 dice to their active side, their power side. This guy becomes a horse.
Okay.
Or effectively a bee, whatever I am, my power thing.
Okay.
I guess I should read what your cards do. Is it all when it comes into play, so nothing's happened yet, right? Life's a resource.
Life is a resource.
Life is a highway.
Life is a highway. Swing for 2 at your Phoenixborn.
Fine.
Uh-huh.
So a 1 becomes a 5. Means I've taken 4 damage. So I remove 2. Right?
Yep. You got it.
Math checks.
You got 6 life left.
The math
6
checks,
resources left.
The math checks. Okay, we're going to side action. +2 to the attack value of the unit. And we're going to go here.
At this. Currently attacking for 2. I'll block with my Phoenixborn.
Okay.
And prevent 1 with the Astral Die and take 1.
You got it. You don't have an Astral Die, so that's probably good, right?
It could be annoying, hypothetically. I will go ahead and swing for 2 at your Phoenixborn with the Stellar Oracle. Pressure.
I could block here if I wanted to.
Yeah, you could.
Can we get 5 through? I need a way to sneak damage through. Okay. Got it. Okay. You said 2?
Yep.
2 to me. Okay, and then you got 2 dice and 1 card. Ugh, how do you have so much still? It doesn't make any sense.
Oh man. I feel like I have been outplayed and I'm still ahead somehow.
You're playing a lot of stuff. I have no way to get through the stuff.
Yeah, you have beef, but then I just block it.
It's the classic beef problem.
Whereas I've had targeted removal the whole time.
Yeah, targeted removal is very good.
My Phoenixborn ability in the Javelineers, I can just take off your little things and then swarm you.
I'm trying to think if there's any way to make this different. No, I'll just take 2.
Nick's saying Issa is going to need a brilliant display soon.
Yeah, you do need that.
Took 2.
It won't solve the problem, but it will stop the bleeding a little bit. Okay, and that is our next play. So we'll do brilliant display.
Hello.
So it's going to do, I have 3 dice that are charging, so I can do 3 damage 1 at a time. So we'll do 1 here, force you to play another 1 here, and 1 here. Both of the things that have that stuff attached. Unless this is a Genesis, right? This is the throw thing? Yeah, so we'll get both of those.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Those would become problems for you.
Yeah.
All right. So
now don't summon a Frost Talon.
This thing here.
Yes, don't do that.
Absolutely 100% going to do.
No, don't do that, you see.
Okay. I'll think about it. I'll summon the Frost Talon. Then we'll meditate up to...
Okay. Swing your Phoenix Form for 5.
I'll just ask you a hypothetical.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, next turn, if I have 3 things out and you have 2 things out, and I swing with all 3 things, and you block with 2 things, the blocking is 1v1.
Yeah, I assign blockers to each unit.
But then one of those is just like
one
wide
will
open.
get through.
Yeah, wide open.
Absolutely.
Okay. And you're attacking my Phoenix Form?
Yes.
For 5?
Yeah.
I'll take 5.
All right. He thinks he's got it.
Maybe. We'll see. I'll side action Gust Sphere to get +1 attack and lower 2 dice in your pool. Then I'll swing at you for 2.
Got it.
And I will use blue credits for exhaustion to match the blue. Because we're out of things. And then I'll go ahead and spin this Astro Die. I use my side action. It's over to you.
Pass.
I'll also pass.
Okay. Okie dokie. I'm going to have a question for Nick. But we'll wait. We'll wait until the moment.
All right.
If you had one shot
to not miss your
one
chance to blow. I'm leaving that wolf there because I can. Wolves out.
Wolves out.
Lace is out, Dan. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Ace Ventura, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
What an era
I
of
just
comedy,
can't believe
right?
I was allowed to witness it.
Can you believe that?
Of all the things.
What an era. All right, let's see what we get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
Yeah, the first go.
You have 2 life left.
Mm-hmm.
I'll swing with all 3 of these at your face.
Okay.
He's going for the game.
Let's think about this. Now, this is where my question for Nick comes in.
Connolly, we need you.
I have a big question here.
You have a fancy card that can do things?
Yes. Yes, I do.
All right. What's the question? Do you need me to leave? I thought we'd already asked Nick the question, but we haven't asked Nick the question.
Let me see if I even have a...
Nick's saying, hit me. Like the Joker. Hit me.
On the card Barrier, is Charged modifying both unit and Phoenixborn, or is it only modifying unit? It really has to be just unit. Charged unit or Phoenixborn, or charged unit or charged Phoenixborn. Because my whole game may have revolved around
what a twerpy card.
little bamboozler here.
It would be a boozler. That would be
you
great.
would think they would write charged Phoenixborn, right? If they meant it on both.
I could see it either way. You had a.
Oh, it's charged Phoenixborn. He did it. Okay, block both, take 2, and die.
That would have been great.
Because if I can barrier this, then
what happens?
I come back in side action.
Block, kill, block.
Yeah, that's all. Whatever.
Well, do you exhaust to? You don't have to exhaust.
No, I don't. In fact, I double barrier. So basically, oh wait, I can only react once.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. You can just take the damage and move on.
Well, I can't take 2 though.
The bee can't take 2, but this thing can.
Yeah, it can, but I would exhaust to block. Don't I?
I thought you could block and not counter.
You can block and not counter. Yes, I can do that.
I think.
So I would block and not counter, and then I would side action, move the Artifice here, and then I would swing at you for 5, which is 1 away from you dying. Now the other, if I could somehow also find a way to side action, supercharge, and then swing with Thunderhawk, I could do it, but I couldn't find a way to get the charges to line up.
Nick's saying apparently Issa's going up to 18 life after this. So if this failed, my plan was to side action, put an astral die here to protect one.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have a dodge, which lets me... The protect one doesn't go away. So it protects one from everything for the turn.
Very good.
But I was kind of hoping it would work for you because I think it would have made the game like super tight.
Well, this is kind of cool because this hand had double recharge too, so that gets me 3 uses out of the 5 strength golem. So I think if I were to play this matchup again, my focus would be on Thunderhawk using Overkill to kill your bigger threats like your 3s and your 2 attack stuff. And then I would use the do 1 to everything Brilliant Display to start clearing your weenies.
Yeah.
The problem is you just do have a lot more board than I do, so it's hard for me to not let things slip through.
Well, in my board, these Javelineers are so good. Like, the ability to do damage without attacking and also not suffer the consequences. So I was able to keep your board clear when you weren't able to keep mine clear.
And you drew all those whirlwinds are great. Also, from your ready, there was a moment where I had 2 horsies left, and you spent them both down, and then you did the 3 damage card, and I had Bearer in hand in that moment. So if I had a horsey sitting, I just blocked the 3 damage on it. And that was like when the game turned for me.
That's hilarious. Well, hey, that was smooth.
Freaking great, though.
The new dice types are really cool. I think that's fun. It's hard to have that many different dice types and have them all feel distinct. And it does feel like both the dice and the cards are engaging in an area of the game that hasn't felt like it's not trotting the same ground, basically.
That was we were definitely having to manage dice on the board, which to me is actually a really great way to use this dice system, is to use these charging effects and astral effects. So that's a great place to play.
Yeah, after all these years, can still add dice.
All right, anybody, and also for clarification, which is these are the little nuanced rules that is easy to miss when you have 1,000 games in your head. If a unit is attacked directly, it can opt not to counter. If a unit is blocking for the Phoenixborn, it must exhaust.
That makes sense. It's like proactively doing something versus someone just hitting them.
It makes a lot of sense if you just allow your brain to do it rather than thinking too hard about it.
Well, I'll say it here. I'll say it again whenever we officially conclude PvP with the next release. But huge shout out to all our subscribers for the past 5 years supporting this game. Huge shout out to Plaid Hat for continuing to make Ashes and continuing to innovate. It's cool to watch this game evolve and also see you experiment with the technology to make this game super accessible. If you haven't checked out the campaign, please do. It's a game and it's a publisher worth supporting. And at some point, we'll be back for more Ashes.
Man, that was a super fun game of Ashes.
That was fun.
That was the best game of Ashes we've had in a while.
I feel like both of us, it could have been the champagne, could have been it's all new cards to both of us.
Could have been the excitement of the Kickstarter.
Could be all of it. But I do feel like we both were willing to not burn our brains out on that one.
So hard. Yeah.
Like it was just enough of, like, it's not like we were doing insanely dumb things on the table, but it's like, this kind of makes sense. I'll do that thing and just kind of watching it go a little.
Like last turn, I should have, if I had thought, he could attach a whirlwind, I should have attacked a unit rather than attacking you for 5, technically. But it felt right to attack you for 5.
Yeah.
I wanted to do that once.
I mean, if
5's a big number.
If the card worked like you thought it did,
worked.
Then you're one strike away from winning with that 5 on table. But it's a tough decision, yeah.
Did Ashes solve the LCG problem, the back catalog problem?
They definitely... That's got to be the cleanest solution imaginable, right? If you have that capacity.
You think Hub World's going to do that?
I don't know.
Or like the future expandables?
Hub World's doing rotation.
They're doing rotation. Right? They've got their
own 4 things, and then it's any 2 years. This just makes it way more digestible, which, just kind of depends on what you're... I do
Things
think
are changing.
One of the most challenging things about a non-rotating format, one challenge is the accessibility, which this solves. Another challenge is on the design side. It's very difficult to design, to keep doing new designs that aren't just immediately worse than something before or better than something before.
You know what, Zach? Especially when your threshold is like 0 to 3.
The granularity of stats, yeah. So I do think
the Thrones problem.
Keeping a lighter profile means it is easier for players to digest the amount of cards, and it's easier for the designers to do things that are different, but not necessarily better or worse. They're not having to worry, is it better or worse than something released 5 years ago? Mm-hmm. It's just, there's no cards in the game that do these things right now. Let's do that in a new way.
Yeah.
So different approaches, and I think that's one of the cool parts of a non-standardized format like this is you can take different approaches based on the publisher's desires in the game and the players and what you're planning on doing. And I don't, it's not like there's this is the one solution and this has to be it for everyone. I do think these are the same problems that always creep up. Mm-hmm. So having an answer one way or another to those problems is smart.
Yeah, you're right. Well, thanks guys for watching so much. Ashes Ascendancy on Kickstarter. Check it out now. We'll probably send an email to that. I need to send an email to our Ashes subscribers and let them know it's live.
Yeah, last check-in, 86,000 and rolling up on the campaign.
And rolling.
And we are currently 2 hours and 15 minutes into the campaign being live. Congratulations, Flat Hat. Looking forward to what you do next.
Take care, everybody. We'll see you next time.